What is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome. So very much like the channel today, and going forward until New Year, feeling a little festive, so I decided, why not? StreamYard going to give me something to cook by decorating a little bit. Fuck it, why not? Let's decorate a bit with a little bit of a festive cheer on today's stream. So big up to every single one of you. Big up to the chat. Thanks for tuning in, people. Be sure to smash up the like button on your way in. Be sure to also check out the links in the description below for some content. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Hit the bell notification, notify whenever we go live. Hype points, that's another option as well. And if you feel so willing as to give the gift of memberships are there as well, ladies and gents. Big up to every single one of you. Welcome to the stream for your match reaction today of Cardiff City 1, Chelsea 3. And with that, Chelsea advanced to the next round of the Carabao Cup, which is the semi-final. And that semi-final is going to be between... let me see the matches, actually. Hold on. Let me get into the EFL Cups thing here. So... that is to be decided, but the next match can be anyone. Fulham, Newcastle. I think the other bracket is Man City, Brentford, Arsenal, Crystal Palace. So still some big teams to face in the competition, but at least Chelsea did their part. They're now in the semifinal. Although I will say, definitely not the most convincing game. And I will say the result does flatter Chelsea. I'm not very happy with this performance today. I'll be so real with you guys, but take it with a pinch of salt because the first half, again, work commitments. First half, I had to really focus on driving, so I really couldn't focus on the game. About the last 30-35 minutes of the match, I was able to really focus in on what I saw. But based on what I saw, and the panel will correct me when we get into the deeper analysis, based on what I saw, pretty much a fully... I'm going to say a fully rotated lineup between Chelsea and the last lineup they put in. The only person I could say that is a starter on that team is probably... why does this look like this? This is so dumb. It's probably... I'm sorry, guys. Bear with me. YouTube decided to change the way it's want to put the lineup out. Is Moises Caicedo. Moises Caicedo... was starting in today's match, and then everyone else, Guiu, Garnacho, Gittins, George, Buonanotte made his appearance today. You had Santos in the midfield, Hato at left back, Achimpong at right back, and the center back pairing of Tosin and Badiashile, which again made me nervous. Oh, and let's not forget Philip Jurgensen in that back line as well. Overall, that first half, Chelsea looked like the better team, but we were struggling to really finish the chances, finish creating chances, struggling to really get into like chance making positions. It goes without being said, the only shot on target for that first half was Guiu, and he was wide and held onto the ball for too long, and then closed this gap that he had for the shot window, and nothing came of it. Went straight to the goalkeeper. But a few other attempts to get into the box throughout the course of that first half. Pretty poor, if you ask me. Whether it be George on the right-hand side overshooting it, Gittins on the left-hand side doing nothing with it but running into defenders. Buonanotte, from what I could tell as well, never really wants to let go of the ball. Just another João Pedro Jr., the Argentinian João Pedro with Buonanotte. And Guiu not getting enough service. When he does get service, he takes a shot, which I appreciated that. That's what you want as a striker. I think he got hard done by with the substitutes at the half. Caicedo being Caicedo. Caicedo was fine in the midfield, which is part of the reason we were able to control most of that game. But defensively, we looked a little shaky as well from time to time. Acheampong, you look brilliant going forward, but defensively, you were getting done by the Cardiff City winger, who I think was Acheampong defensively. He was getting done by Callum Robinson, I think. No.
I don't know what.
It wasn't Callum Robinson. It was someone else that was kind of like giving him a hard time. But yeah, he was struggling defensively on that side, and chances were coming from that side. But second half, things battened down a little bit. We calmed it down. We brought in some game changers, and we brought up the pace as well. Garnacho comes on. João Pedro comes on in the second half. Guiu sees himself off the pitch, as well as Jamie. No, it wasn't Jamie. It was George. Tariq George comes off again. Pardon me, guys. The way Google has this thing set up is really stupid. Tariq George comes off as well. And we start to see more chances. Garnacho getting into some juicy positions and doesn't put it away. Again, his finishing needs to be better. But I can't really even say that with too much chest, because his finishing did come in clutch later on in the game. 57 minutes into the second half, Garnacho finds himself in a good position to score and does exactly that. He scores. Goes off. It was a Buonanotte assist. I think that's the only good thing Buonanotte did in this game, in my opinion, that I could tell, was lay it off to Garnacho. Actually passes it. Garnacho takes a shot. I think that was a shot that hits the side netting, I believe. And it goes in. So we're up 1-0. And you're hoping Chelsea don't take their foot off the gas pedal, because you're only up by 1 goal. Listen, we're not that side that is bona fide giving you clean sheets. Yes, we've been better defensively, but for fuck's sake, remind yourself who's back there. It's Tosin. Okay. And unfortunately, in a moment where the defense was asleep, whether it be Malo Gusto not tracking his runner, who had just come on at that point, or maybe Tosin not positioning himself in the right position, we'll look at the goal. I'm more than happy to blame Malo Gusto for just not tracking his runner on that. And we concede the goal to Cardiff. It's a 1-1 draw. Unacceptable. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Unacceptable. That shouldn't have happened. That shouldn't have happened at all. And yeah, we're now 1-1. This is Chelsea. We like to make it tough for ourselves, but luckily, with the substitution of Pedro Neto, who has been heavily criticized this season, once again showing that, hey, listen, I may not be flashy, I may not be nice on the eyes, but I get a goal. I get an assist. And what does he do? He gets a goal. Deflected goal from the right-hand side. He shoots it, and it goes on the side netting. We're now up 2-1, and I'm praying and I'm hoping that we can put one more, just because I don't trust this defense with Tosin back there to keep a clean sheet, to keep it safe, to keep it risk-free, not pass it to the opposition players, not get rid of it in stupid positions, not do stupid bozo mistakes. I don't trust Tosin to do it, even against Cardiff City. I don't care. You could tell throughout the course of the game, they were giving him trouble. He was struggling to get passes out the back. Same thing with Badishile. Many times today where we're just passing it into the midfield, being lazy, hoping someone else tracks it, and it's not there. It's an easy Cardiff possession. So, very, very frustrating match, in my opinion. And luckily, at the end, Garnacho has a great moment, goes his one-on-one breakaway with the keeper, goes wide, curls it in, finesse shot plus. Good for you, my friend. 3-1. This is why you play, and this is why Gittins is not. And today, people, listen, I'm glad we got the result. I am. As a Chelsea fan, we want these results. We don't care how we get them. We want the results. But it's shocking to me to see a Chelsea side struggle against Cardiff. Struggle. And don't get me wrong, respect to Cardiff. They got to this point in the Carabao Cup for a reason, right? They beat Burnley along their way here. I forget who they had prior to this, but they put up a fight. I think it was Ryan Reynolds' team, the Wrexham. I think they beat Wrexham to get to this point. They had a good draw up until they drew us, and they showed why they should be respected and why they made it this far. But again, this was the quarterfinals, yes.
Okay.
If you Gittins, if you Buenanote, even you George to an extent, but I'm not going to be too concerned with George because at least George tried to cross the ball. Gittins, Buenanote. Maybe I'm being harsh because I wasn't watching the game too closely like you guys may have, but if you can't do it against Cardiff, I can't trust you to do it against Bournemouth, against Aston Villa, against Newcastle. These are the teams we're facing next, people. Man City after that. We got a tough run of 4 games in the Premier League. And if you can't like, and listen, I know right now, lately, Maresca's been under a lot of pressure, a lot of fire because of the comments he said. There's been a lot of media attention in regards to the board, what's happening in between games, the decision-making on the pitch, potentially being a micromanaged decision-making that's on the pitch, which then makes me question, okay, so whose decision was it to start Tosin today? Whose decision was it to start Tosin that last time that we lost? Whose decision was it to play these players in their position? Was it Maresca or was it the board? With all this happening, and you see the quality that you have on the pitch, it makes me even more frustrated for Maresca and what he has to work with. And more on his side in this matter of like Maresca versus the board or whatever. It's absolutely pathetic that we could not put away this side more convincingly than we did today. The scoreline flatters us, people. The scoreline does flatter us. So I don't know. I'm not.
Half was saved us.
Yeah, the second half saved us. I'm just not happy with the result.
First half was like the second half we lose that game, but
yeah, I'm not happy with the performance, not the result. I'm happy with the result, just not happy with the performance. Like we need to do better. Glad that we got 2 wins in a row in December, but if we play like this against Newcastle, against Villa, and again, this is the B team, fully rotated side. If you guys can't be a Cardiff, then I understand why you don't start for Chelsea, and I understand why you get benched and you don't get your chances. Even Achimpong, I can't lie. I'm very disappointed with the performance I saw from Achimpong today, and maybe we could just start there or whatever you want to do, Chris. But
no,
yeah.
I was going to quickly say like, oh, we're going to face like Man City or Aston Villa. We're not going to use a Yorkson. We're not going to use Tosin, hopefully. Unless Fofana gets injured, then we might have to rely on Tosin. Then this could be sad times. But we're not going to use a Badishile. We're not going to use a Hato. We're not going to even use a Santos. And we're not going to use any of those forward liners like, George, Burnate, Gittins, Magu. And that's another thing as well. Do I want to say like these forwards even fumbled it today? Because they don't really play. So it's hard to say they really fumbled anything when they barely get any game time. Like Mark Gu, I don't know what minutes he has this season. Or George, or Bernate. Gittins does get a bit more minutes, but like he was also, I thought he was poor as well. But like, yeah, a lot of these forwards in that first half are definitely poor. And you can tell in the second half when you sub on João Pedro, even Garnacho, they fully changed the game. Because I think we created so much more chances when it came to the second half. We came more alive. Because I'll be honest, I almost fell asleep in that first half. I was dozing off. I
don't blame you.
5 hours sleep, physio. I was dozing off. I'm still a bit tired now, but like, what for me is like we got a result. Like we don't want to lose to a team like Cardiff, bottle it or whatever, because that's even more frustrating. But like, it's a heavily rotated side, and we got the result still. Yeah, he had to make some like bigger changes, like João Pedro or even Garnacho. Like to try change the game, and it did. We created a lot more chances. We looked a lot better. Garnacho was making the right runs into the box and everything like that. He scored 2 goals. That second goal he scored was beautiful. Actually, a beautiful.
That was brilliant. Yeah.
Like Burnate in that second half was better. He created 2 great chances to Garnacho. I don't expect a lot from Burnate. 1, we don't play him, and 2, he's just like a lone player, and I felt like it's just a PR move while we loaned him, I guess, whatever you want to call it.
I don't disagree.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good result. Defense, again, like, they're a bit shaky at the moment, but I don't think we gave Yorkson too much of an issue, though, today. He made 1 decent save, I thought, unless I'm mistaken. A deflected shot, and it almost went to the right side of the post. I think that's the only thing you got to deal with, so it's not like Cardiff did. A lot, it's just probably they kept messing up in the final third too, and we got lucky with that. But yeah, we moved to the next round, and that's gonna be a lot tougher. But this won't be the same lineup. Hopefully not. Anyway, I don't know. We'll see with the lineup the next game for sure. But
I don't think it's gonna be the same lineup. But
not exactly the same. We won't rely on the Mark you up top, hopefully, or George, I guess, up top.
Yeah, I guess for me, like the frustration comes from the fact that you expect these players to be of a certain quality, especially considering the amount of criticism we put on Maresca for not playing Gittins. Why are you playing Garnacho? Oh, Buenanote's rotting on the bench. Why are you running Enzo Fernandez to the ground? All this and that. And then you see his performance and you're like, oh, that's why.
You know, the only rotational players I can see maybe playing the semi-final is Santos, because I think he can do a job anyway, and Action Pong. You could maybe say, yeah, he could do a job like a rotational player, and maybe Hato. Like, those are only three like the rotational players. He was better in the second half. I don't think he did a lot in the first half, but he was definitely better in the second half before Hato.
Yeah, I'm looking at some of these stats, and now I'm seeing why I was so upset. Because I'm looking at the possession loss stats, like, fucking Christ,
yeah,
bro.
Didn't we have a lot more shots in the second half, though, if you're looking at the stats? Like,
so this is the whole game.
On players.
Gittins lost possession 10 times. Buenanote lost it 12 times today. 0 successful dribbles against Cardiff City.
Oh yeah, no, I thought getting support today as well. Yeah.
Yeah, and even Buenanote, like 2 successful dribbles out of 6.
The other 2, I guess.
Yeah, because he tried more, I guess. But it's just like, for me, it's just so frustrating to see that this Cardiff is a championship side, right? They're not a League One side.
The League One side.
They're League One now. That's even worse.
They got relegated last season.
If we said rejected, so what? They weren't allowed in.
They got relegated. They got relegated last year.
Damn. That's even worse, actually. I
don't know what. I have to say something here. You know, I think.
Wow! Amazing! Brilliant! Well done! Super good job.
If you want to cook Jamie Gittins, I think that's fair. This is Facundo Buenanote's like first game, bro, in like a very, very, very long time, bro. Like I think we've been very harsh on like Buenanote's performance when this guy's barely even played for us, right?
It's Same with
Tariq George as well. To be honest,
I don't care. It's
you can say that, Marshall, but like guys, these are young players that are barely playing football, bro.
That's fine. It's fine. The people they train with is a lot harder to train with them. And their matchup that they train with every single day, they try to beat the man from the Chelsea team. They try to be at Chelsea Academy or whatever. The people they train with should be giving them a much harder time than Cardiff City. I'm sorry.
Marshall,
it doesn't matter. I understand I understand that. That's great and all. That's fantastic on paper. That sounds great. But you're up against Cardiff, League One side. It's unacceptable. Your training must be more difficult than the actual game that you're playing against Cardiff. John Terry has said this. This is the standard. I know we're not the old Chelsea, and I'm not trying to be that way, but it's no different. Your training must be more difficult than the game itself. Maybe not in the Premier League, maybe not in the Champions League, but I'm sorry, League One?
Yeah, well, I have to disagree with you on that one, mate, because it's clearly, again, training is the way we train. At least on the Monday, it's not necessarily the same as it was back then. Where guys were trying to go 100% in training, and because there were spots, for grabs, if that makes sense. I think now, particularly like a lot of the players here, lack of match sharpness is one thing. They've not played for some of them for quite a while.
You wouldn't say this if we lost. You wouldn't make these excuses.
I was saying this when we were losing in Discord, mate.
If we lost for me, yeah. But
I was saying the same thing. I just think again, a lot of these guys that were playing, well, a good majority of them, right? You can make the argument: lack of match sharpness, lack of play in general, right? What does that lead to, Marshall? I don't know what you want to say.
And like getting stuff like a sharpness.
That's why I said that's why I'm using the keyword like the vast majority of them. Like guys, like obviously, if you're critical of like guys like Gittins, I think that's fair play because he's basically playing pretty much 95% of the time.
2 weeks.
Mark Gui's another one where I can hear it as well. But like if you're gonna talk about guys, for example, like a Hato. Even to an extent now.
I think Hato was okay. The first half he was shaky.
But the reason why I'm bringing up guys,
right.
for example, like guys that have not played, right? Hato, and Chempong's not really played that much. I'll probably say towards the latter end of this season. Who's another one that I'll probably say? Buonanotte.
Done them last time we played, to be honest.
Buonanotte is another one.
I can tell you. I have it right in front of me.
Who?
No, keep going, Ahmed, because once you're done waffling, I can respond.
No, I was just naming the players that have barely played. I was just saying, obviously, Hato, Chempong, as of recently, I'll probably say he's only played, how many times did you play this month?
I would say Chempong does play, though, like, every so on.
Yeah, but again,
that's like, doesn't have an excuse.
I don't know.
To be fair, none of these players have an excuse. Like, I get what you're saying, Ahmed, and in normal circumstances, I'd be cool with it. But if we were in the Champions League and this happened, then yeah, I'm telling you that's cool. But this is Champions side. You're training at the level this is League One. At the level that Chelsea is at, I'm sorry, by default, that training is difficult than most of the matchups you have to face in League One. You can make the argument Championship, but
that can be true, but I can hear that point.
It's very likely is true.
Listen, I can hear that point, but I just think for me, again, we need to realize, again, we have a very young squad. Again, these guys are developing as players. They are naturally going to have bad games as well. That's just the fact of the matter, bro. We can criticize.
Buonanotte has played for Brighton. Buonanotte has played for Leicester City last season.
Marshall, you can keep saying Marshall. You can say that, but the guy barely plays for us, bro. He's only played for us.
Okay. So riddle me this, then, Ahmed. Riddle me this, because you want to make excuses for these players.
I'm not.
This is not
me making excuses. This is me. There's a difference between making excuses and me just being. You want to add context. You want to add context, but the context here doesn't matter because the level of the opposition we're facing doesn't need context to be beating it. Marshall, if I've not played for a good amount of time and then you're telling me to face
this guy hasn't played the same amount of time. I'm sorry, brother. This guy hasn't played the same amount of time as Hato, and Hato had a decent performance. The last time they both played was Karabakh.
Well, okay, then that's fine. Credit, and I would give credit to Tato for having a good performance. But at the same time, I can understand, for example, if Tato had a bad performance today, I would be saying to you the same thing I'll be saying about Buonanotte. He's not played that much. It's been a month since he's played. I can at least understand maybe there's a lack of match sharpness in his game. Fair play. Right, but I think right now we're being a bit too critical, because the fact that again some of these guys have not played as much and are not sharp enough, and it's just because it's Cardiff City. At the end of the day, we've won the game as well. That's another thing we should continue. So we've won the game.
That's one thing I'm happy about.
Right? So listen, we've won our game, but we should also understand. Yes, these guys haven't played well, but if we add that context to the matter, I feel like instead of it becoming what's it called, just us criticizing for the sake of criticizing, we're adding nuance to the criticism now.
The point of me criticizing, let me just make this very, very clear, is exactly what you're saying, to add nuance to what we're talking about when it comes to Chelsea Football Club. And the nuance is Jamie Gittins, you're showing your level. Alejandro Garnacho came in and you could tell there was a clear upgrade on that position, a clear raise in the intensity of the match and the aggression of the match. Although Garnacho wasn't great, right? Because he missed bare chances like he did last game. At least he had a few more chances to put away, and he put them away. Good. That's good. I want Garnacho to do that. And in my opinion, man of the match, obviously he came on, scored a brace, made a difference in the game. But you could tell there was a staunch difference between Jamie Gittins and Garnacho. You could tell the same thing when João Pedro came on and Ficando Buonanotte was no longer in the pitch. There's levels, and you can tell. Now, if the first team struggled against this, then we're fucked. But I just think the nuances we're seeing now why some of these players don't get as much minutes as we want them to, what level they're at, and their deficiencies. I think today we saw a lot of deficiencies of these players that we keep asking to come into the side, that we keep asking and criticizing Maresca for not rotating in. And I think now more than ever, Maresca's more justified.
Okay. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna actually slightly disagree here. Okay. Sure. The quality that we have here is what I'm going to call, particularly in the B team, is work in progress quality. That's the best term that I can literally use for that term, the type of quality that you've got there, bro. Okay, and when you've got work in progress quality, bro, these guys are going to need game time. It's not. We can't say you're gonna have one shot and that's it, bro. This is the way with the type of players you bring in, with the type of quality you're bringing in, bro. There needs to be a consistent amount of games, bro. Otherwise, you lend the risk, bro, of even having the performances that we're talking about right now, bro. Right? I think it's very unfair, in my opinion, to be critical of these guys, but then if they're playing once or twice, and that's it, then, okay, then, why are you not playing good? There's a difference. For example, I'll give you an easy example, right? Last year, who did we have coming off the bench? We had like someone like an Nkunku. We had like Nkunku right coming off the bench.
Felix.
Yeah, but like I'm not going to include João Felix. He barely came off the bench really. But like I'm going to use Nkunku because Nkunku is a much better example in the case I'm about to bring up here. Having a guy like Nkunku on the bench is you have a known quality. You know what he's going to give you, right? And in general, to be fair to Nkunku, when he came off the bench for us, he was doing a job. In general, even when he was a B team player, he was doing a job. But the difference between Nkunku, for example, and who's the guy that was playing for us today, for example, who would be playing this today, like and Gittins, right? This is Gittins' first season. Gittins is 21 years old. He's learning his trade, right? Yeah, Nkunku is a already established player. He's 26 for us at the time, right? He's already been here 2 seasons at the club. Obviously, there was 1 season where he was basically out, right? But he had quality already. The quality was already known. He had already had that experience and time and playing time at Bayern, and he had already shown he had moments of quality already in that first season for Chelsea team.
You know what? CB is right. CB, if you know, is right. We are fucked as a club.
Yep.
We are fucked as a club with the standards. I'm sorry, this is also Gittins. I don't give a fuck. Who's been part of the Man City Academy, who's played in this country, has played Champions League fucking games for Dortmund for 2 fucking years, and is in this fucking under 21 England side. Why are we treating him like he's a breakout star, like fucking Rio for Liverpool, who used to be he's
like Dowman, like as if he was Max Dowman.
Not even championship, a League One side. I don't care they're top of League One, then they would be mid-table in the championship. Why are we treating them like kid gloves? Okay, Hato, many years in the Netherlands for fucking them. I'm not saying he played bad. I'm just giving you examples of the quality that we have. Why are we treating them like kid gloves? Why?
CP, thank you, because that's the thing, Ahmed. Like, I'm glad you brought up last season.
I was giving these excuses. Oh my God, they barely have game time, so they can't perform against a League One side.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm glad you brought up last season, Ahmed, because I was gonna bring it up myself. Even like last season when we were in the Conference League and in these competitions, like, okay, we lost to Newcastle in the Carabao Cup with a B team, 100%. That was on Maresca for underestimating the opposition. That was on the players for making us realize how shit. This is our moment. This is our Newcastle last season moment. Where we're like, oh my God, these other players in our team are definitely not good enough. Like I myself probably overrated them a bit. Now, okay, let me just to point out who exactly I'm talking about. I'm talking about Gittins. I'm talking about Buonanotte, and to an extent, I'll even put Acheampong in that conversation, right? Because today, Acheampong,
Josh is the only person I can kind of understand. He's young. He barely got game time last season, and he's barely
exactly. That Josh is the only one I'll actually hear Ahmed's argument for, but not for the other players.
Gittins has played 2 years in the Champions League, Champions League football in a Big 5 league, consistent game time.
But even then, like last season, when we were in the Conference League and we had multiple players that had little to no experience with the team, barely get enough play time, would still put up better performances than what I saw. Yes, I understand Nkunku is of a certain quality, and even when Nkunku had a good game, 5 goals, all that and this and that, I still criticize because for the experience that he has and the level that he has shown in previous teams, he should be better. KDH started to turn around for me. Shimuheka, I started to praise. Like
it's not even hat tricks. It's the mindset of the play. What does Buonanotte do? Hold on to the ball too much. Why do I keep on calling him the shittier version an Argentinian version of Odegaard, because that's what Odegaard does. He's good at just holding the ball. He's fucking slow as shit at releasing the ball towards the to create something. That's what Buonanotte did for most of the game. He created 2 good chances. I agree. But once again, his major issue, and I've said this, and Marshall knows this, since day one he joined our club, is he holds on to the ball too much.
Yeah, it's true.
It's once again intent. Take on your fucking man, because at least Garnacho does that, and that has nothing to do with lack of game time. That has to do with lack of mindset. Why is he being a little bitch when he's played Champions League games? Why is he being a little bitch against Cardiff, who's a League One side?
Just so you know, CP,
standards are on the floor.
Jamie Gittins today had 41 touches, but only attempted 2 dribbles, which he failed both.
Thank you. I'm talking about intent. Have a positive mindset. Okay, have a mindset of, okay, I want to ball out this game and prove to the manager, at least put me as the first sub when the game's like teetering.
I think for me, listen, I think for me, I am willing to give Jamie Gittins, as I said before the season. A lot of these guys, this is his first season in the league. Okay, I think for me, this guy is going to need time. The quality in the B team, I've said this multiple times before, is the term I've used: quality work, quality in progress. It's not the quality that obviously compared to last season's bench, but it's a quality that's quality in progress. This is our present, and this is even the future in terms of the quality that we probably are going to be bringing into. Okay, and so for me, I find it hard to be critical of the quality that we have when I know the quality is not the quality that we need to have on the bench if you want to be able to do stuff.
No, but
and
okay.
Wait, hold on, CP, before you go. And Ahmed, I understand that, and I agree with you on that. I 100% agree with you on that. But then this goes back to previous games. Now I understand why. Now I see why you don't do now I see why you play Enzo to the ground. Now I see why Enzo isn't really the best example, but now I see why you persist with Garnacho even though he hasn't scored you a goal in this many games. Now I see why you persist with Pedro Neto at right wing, and even though he's been poor lately, João Pedro.
But the thing is, Marshall, this is where I also come back and say, right, this is also where, as a coach, and, yes, these guys are quality work in progresses, right, which we all agree on. But if you want to instill that, the belief that you believe in them, right, and you want them to actually be proactive in terms of what they're trying to do, you give them those chances, bro. You give them those minutes. Yes, João Pedro may not be given to you and everything, but if you play João Pedro the whole 98 minutes knowing that he's going to have a shit game, why not try him for 5-10 minutes at the end? For example, I'm not using João Pedro because you just gave João Pedro, obviously, an easy example for me to small league, for example, right? Like Cucurella. Cucurella has played 60, 70, 80 minutes. Listen, he's had enough time. Bring on Hatter for the last 10 minutes of the game. You're giving that player a few minutes here. You're showing that you have belief in him to close out games. You're giving him minutes to at least get some game time. That is what I'm talking about. I think for me, this is where I kind of come back and say, if you want these guys to start balling out, if you want these guys to improve, there has to be some level of give too. You have to start believing in them too as a manager, bro. It's all sometimes especially with some of these young guys, bro. It's not. Listen, yes, training is a key thing. I'm always about practice. Practice is always important, but it's also about the IRL experience. There's nothing that beats IRL experience ever. You never got it. That's undefeatable.
That's fine, but there's no disputing, bringing them on and giving them substitute minutes like you did with Nkunku last season and all these other players. I think the biggest thing is like you just can't do that for a whole season. You can't keep the same 11 and then sub them off each game just to give them rest. Like at some point, you have to actually start and rotate some of these players that play today. And when I see Garnacho on the lineup every game, I understand why. I'm sorry. Why
I don't know why we're doing this Gittins defense league. So first of all, Hato has played way less minutes than Gittins. Still performed well in his position, I would say.
Yeah.
Gittins has played 430 minutes in the Prem, 300 minutes in the Champions League, and 226. He's played 900 minutes so far this season. So let's not act like he hasn't been getting game time, by the way. Let's not act like that, please, people. So he has. And this whole thing, he's coming from
I'm not a life coach, just quickly.
We know you're not a life coach.
Yeah, okay.
Thanks.
So, because if you're talking about the Champions League, he got 29 minutes, 90 minutes, 45 minutes, 15 minutes, and 90 minutes. Okay, and he's been getting, for the most part, over 30 minutes in the Prem. For the most part, I'm looking at it from 54 to 56 to 90s and everything. So you're not telling me Gittins is not getting another game time. And second of all, he has grown up and played most of his youth career in this country. He's only been away from England for 2 years because he was still part of Man City's academy. Let's stop acting like he's some fucking kid from Azerbaijan that we just got. That kid that we're hyping up. That pile.
Honestly,
but
CP.
listen.
But wait. Before you go, Ahmed. Honestly, CP, it doesn't even end there because Buonanotte doesn't have excuses either. You were in the Championship last season. You've played under Brighton. You're familiar with the Premier League. Like, there's no excuses because you don't play enough games. But again, you don't play games. Both of these guys don't start games because of this. This is the performances you get from them.
But Gittins has been starting games. He's got.
I know, and last game, here's the thing. I feel vexed with Gittins. I'm not gonna lie to you because at one point, I think it was the Wolves game when he scored that screamer. I was like, okay, this is why we need to start Gittins because against low blocks, he can dribble, he can get into the tight spaces. Buonanotte, I was making the same argument for Buonanotte. Oh, he can get into the tight spaces. He might not let go of the ball, but he can dribble past 2 or 3 defenders, get into the middle of the box, and do something dangerous.
Gittins hasn't scored a goal in the Prem, by the way.
Today they didn't do that. This is what I'm saying.
I think for me, the argument of Buonanotte, we are being kind of very unfair to him. I'm gonna keep it real. I think my opinion on Buonanotte is a bit. It's like I know he's probably not gonna be here next season, right? So if the man wants to do what he wants to do with him, a fair play to him, right? Right. So but I think for me with Gittins, I think Gittins is just a case of a guy that's learning his trade in the league, bro. Okay, it's all well and good doing stuff in the Bundesliga. I keep coming back to this point that I've said many a time before, which is that in the Bundesliga, it's very different to what you get in the EPL, bro. Okay, the defenses you're facing, how you have to face those defenses, and everything of that like that. Again, yes, he may have played in Champions League, bro, right? But again, that's Dortmund, bro. This is Chelsea. This is different, bro. This is different. I think for me, we can say Gittins has been poor. That's fair enough. But I have said this before. Let him have the season, bro, to learn his thing, bro. He's not going to make it out the blocks, bro. I'm gonna keep it very real with you, Gittins. So then he's a work in progress.
And we're getting into the middle of the problem. We're getting to the crust of it, right?
And I've got one more thing I need to add to Gittins' point, and then after that, that's all yours. I don't need to say anything else about Gittins. My second point, at least of him, is that we also I forgot the point. Oh,
if you remember, you can interrupt me. Not that I need to give you permission. You always do, anyways. But listen, with Gittins, his last GNA was against Leeds, right? Where he crossed that ball from the other side. Listen, he can perform against the Premier League sides. It's in there. Like we've seen him. Like this whole thing that he's had to adapt to the league and getting used to it and all this again and all this and stuff. Like, I'm sorry. You were able to perform in previous games that were tougher than this game. And now you're telling me that you can't do it against Cardiff, a League One side? That to me, you know what that tells me? That to me tells me that him and Buonanotte don't have the mindset. They don't have the mindset. And guess what? If you don't have the mindset, cool. Enjoy the substitute minutes. Because as much as I don't like Garnacho, as much as his mindset is toxic, he's showing up in these games.
I don't think we can literally say. I hate to say this here, but I don't think we can literally say he doesn't have the mindset. I think that's very. No. Now we're going, I think, a step beyond of which.
So what is it? How is it that he can perform in one game? He can perform against Arsenal. He can perform against Barcelona, but he can't against Cardiff. Explain that to me, please.
I think a big thing with Garnacho is that we brought a player, but the reason why there's so much pressure on this guy is that the club decided to be stupid twats here, and I repeat this again, and buy him for £55 million, bro. Okay? That he was never at £55 million. That price tag is probably weighing heavy on him, and it's probably why we as fans are being super critical of a guy that was clearly not worth that much. If you watch Gittins last season, I've watched Gittins before. This guy was worth 30 British pounds sterling, bro. And I think that's what really, I think that price tag genuinely is what is what makes people so extremely critical of him, bro. Genuinely speaking.
You can't do this because you know why you can't do this? Because there's a guy who's scoring in front of him that we think is arrogant and also shit that has even more pressure than him. You know why he has more pressure than him? Because he snubbed off United. So now all the United fans are literally doing hate watches on him. So literally doing hate watches on him. So every United fan hates him. Lots of PL clubs, including our own fan base, didn't want him. So you're talking about price tag. He also went for 40 million, and he has a 10 million sell-on clause. Plus, he has literally the largest fan base in all of England, waiting for his.
Okay, CP. This argument is not going to work here. For this argument is not going to work for Garnacho, and I'll tell you why. And I'll tell you why quite simply. Because the difference between Garnacho and the difference between Garnacho and Gittins, Garnacho's issues. And the reason why people are very toxic on him from day one, day dot, was fundamentally a lot of the stuff that was happening off the pitch of him, right? Yes. Before we even got to the stuff on the pitch of him, right? I think with Gittins, the whole reason why people have been toxic of him is because we brought him for 55 million pounds. People were essentially expecting a ready-made player. That's the difference between Garnacho and Gittins, bro.
No, you're wrong because no.
Bro, I'm talking. This CP. The average fan, when you buy someone for a certain 55 million pounds, is expecting some level of ready-made player, bro. Let's keep it real.
Garnacho's 45 million.
You know why you're redoing history? Because
it's 50 million. It's 40 million. It's only 40 million pounds. It's not 50 million.
And he has a 10 million sell-on clause, by the 10%, so or whatever, 20%. Anyways, so it's going to be close to a similar price. Even if we sell him for the same amount, it's going to be similar price. It's going to be about 48 million, so about 50 million. Same shit. Anyways, besides that, before even him being toxic, people have been on Garnacho for how shit he's been playing for the past 2 years compared to his breakout season with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He's been shit with Ten Hag as manager and Amarin. That's why also people were on him. And then what caused even more so the hate is the off-field stuff. So first it was the on-field stuff because he was performing like shit. Then his brother said stupid shit that added on, which was off-field stuff. So it's not just because it was strictly off-field. It's because he was playing shit on-field as well. So you can't tell me it was strictly off-field that he was getting this hate. So now he has a hated of entire fan base of what he does on the field and off the field. We as a fan base didn't like him. You know what the funny thing is? We were giving Gittins more of an open chance than Garnacho, because the second Garnacho came in this club, half this fan base, including Scott and me, even in December when we were linked with him last winter session, I was like, if we buy him for 40 to 50 million, I'm done with this club. I did not say that when Gittins joined. I just said we overpaid. I did not say I was done with this club. I didn't have any negative feelings besides us saying I think we overpaid for where he's at right now, but I'm still giving him the chance to grow. With Garnacho, I was more on his ass. Garnacho was starting at -5 for me, compared to where Gittins was starting at like a 3 or 4. So you can't tell me the pressure's on to it. Garnacho's dealing with more pressure.
But even with like Ahmed's point, normally Ahmed, yeah, I agree with you. When you put a price tag of 60 million pounds or whatever on
51 million,
51 million pounds on Gittins, then yeah, you could make the argument. Yeah, people are going to be on his case because for 51 million pounds, you're whatever expecting this level. But I'm sorry, there's a difference between the amount we paid for Gittins, knowing what Gittins was, the expectation the fan base had for Gittins. I think the majority of the fan base said we overpaid for this player, and it shows. Versus the expectation that comes with paying that same amount for an Nkunku, right? So like we know what level of player, the difference in level of player each one is. We know we overpaid for Gittins, but I think the majority of the fan base knew that this was going to be a player for the future. When you're paying that same amount for an Nkunku, people are expecting this is a player that can do it now. Now, again, I'm not saying that I need Gittins to get me a hat trick today, but motherfucker, bro, at least give me a completed dribble. Show me a better performance, because I'm sorry, this is the same player that cooked against Burnley. This is the same player that cooked against Wolves. This is the same player that actually had a decent performance against Leeds when we lost. Same player that goes into the U21s and kills it with Delap or whoever the fuck else he plays with. So I'm not having this idea that, oh, he's a development player, we need to be patient, and this is what we're seeing with development. He doesn't get enough game time. He gets brother, it's a League One side. If we were playing a championship side, I'd give you more leeway even.
If he's under 20, if he was like under 20, like 19, 18, I'd also hear like, okay, then that's
he's 21, so I mean,
yeah.
He has experience
young.
and
he's young, but he's not young.
And listen, Ahmed, I know you're done talking about Gittins, so I don't want to drag it and make this all about Gittins, but it's the same thing that goes for Buonanotte. I'm sorry, Buonanotte. I'm happy he's a lone player, but now I understand why Maresca doesn't want to play him. Maresca's hesitant to play these players because I'm sorry, they're just not the level. They're not the level, and it's embarrassing.
Just quickly, Marshall. Marshall. I think with Gittins, bro, you just brought up obviously you're playing under 21s. When you're under 21, it's fundamentally different, bro. To when you're
still playing football, my friend, and that level is still better than the rejects in League One.
But that's a quality difference again. But that's the main quality difference again.
When you're playing in the under 21s, you're playing the cream of the crop in the under 21s, bro. They don't pick scrubs.
I feel like at the end of the day, with Gittins, I just genuinely feel. I feel like with Gittins, we are doing a bit too much, bro. He may not be ready this season. That's all it is, bro. Maybe this season's not his season. This is the season where he needs to learn.
Good enough.
That's right, and that's all it is, bro.
Or maybe he's not.
But listen, that's what I'm saying. I think with Gittins, we are judging way too quickly. We are judging way too harshly, bro. Okay,
Ahmed, it's League One. Even Kai Havertz came here and scored a hat-trick against Barnsley, and we didn't think anything of it because it's Barnsley. You're supposed to cook these players. You're supposed to cook these teams.
But remember, with Havertz,
there's an expectation.
The key difference with Havertz, I think the difference. I think the thing with Havertz, right? The expectation was huge. This guy was basically Germany's biggest star, essentially. That's what he was, right?
I'm not trying to compare them, but I'm just saying there's a certain standard to uphold here.
Again, but Marshall, you bring up the point of expectation of Gittins, correct?
Yes, I expect you to be able to do well against a League One side when I saw you do well against Wolves.
I just think, listen, I think my point is, and I've said this before, young players are inconsistent, bro. That's just the way the cookie crumbles.
So we could put it up to mindset then. I genuinely
you can't just say that's mindset, bro. But just because a young player is inconsistent is not due to mindset. Esteval,
explain to me why he was inconsistent.
Right now. Esteval, let's use Esteval right now. Okay, Esteval had a poor game against Leeds. Is that due to mindset?
To an extent, yes.
No, it's not. Sometimes, bro, you just have a bad day at the office.
I'm sorry. Did he not kick a player because he was losing his temper?
Yes, but that was because he was frustrated at the end.
Yeah, that's mindset. I'm sorry. How does your mind work? Does you not use emotions through your mind?
Bro, that is not mindset, bro. That's literally that's not mindset.
I'm sorry. You have not played football and it shows, bro. This is ridiculous.
That's not
what
mindset,
are we doing?
bro. No, you're just Marshall. You're coming with the view that because I didn't maybe do everything right. I'm not thinking positively or something like that. That's what you think is mindset, and that's fair play. I don't agree with that, but you cannot just say because I've had a bad game, it means my mindset was poor. That's not necessarily true. There's a lot of players, bro, that are coming with a positive mindset that come to play and they don't have a good game, bro. And that's not due to mindset.
Yes, it is. When you have 45 touches and you only take on your man twice, that is mindset because the intent. That's the mindset of intent. If I have 45, it's not 25. 45 touches. I'm gonna attack my fullback. This guy is not good enough for me because I think I'm a baller. He should have tried to, even if he fails at it, only twice you're going after your fullback. That's the problem. At least with Esteval, he has a bad game, but we see the intent. He's trying to dribble past his man. He's trying to create.
Okay, let me give you an example. Yeah, Gittins was doing a lot of the stuff with Gittins, for example. Yeah, when he was playing the right wing. Rather than trying to dribble past his man, because obviously he had failed. What did he try to do? He was trying to do 1-2s, bro. He was going through one, running past the other man to get them to do the 1-2, and then if I'm not mistaken, he get his block shot. So if his dribbling wasn't working, he was still trying to be positive in trying to hit a 1-2 with one of his fellow player too. So dribbling is just because he's not dribbling does not mean that he's not taking on his man. He's just maybe finding a different method to just beat his man.
I mean, the ball moves faster than you're dribbling, so passing is always the better option for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just think for me,
in terms of the passing, he was right. He didn't pass the ball that much either. He had 25 passes today, only 21 came off.
Yes, but again, you see, I think this is the thing that we're coming back to the same point I'm making. We are almost micromanaging we are almost micro-analyzing his performances. Okay, like as if this guy is meant to be a top tier player. This guy's not meant to be a top tier player. This is what we're doing right now, though.
You're ignoring. The thing is, Ahmed. Normally, what you're saying is totally fine, but we didn't just come off of barely beating Wolves. It's a League One side. Why can't you get that through your head, bro? That's why I'm saying. Against Wolves, when Jamie Gittins was flying high, scores a screamer of a goal, brilliant goal. I'm backing Jamie Gittins. Start him more because he's showing me more than Garnacho. Against Leeds, he gets an assist, a brilliant assist. He was setting it up for people. What did he set up today? Why isn't he doing that today? Why isn't he taking on his man more often? Why is he only attempting 2 dribbles on the left-hand side when that's his strongest side? Even on the right-hand side, I was like, all right, well, Gittins out of the game at this point. I don't expect anything from him. That's the expectation because I don't think he's decent in the right wing. We know that. I agree with you on that. Do the 1-2 simple passes because you're not on your strong side. That's fine. But when you're on your strong side, what are you doing with the ball? What chances are you creating? I've seen you do it multiple times. So why are you telling me you, right now, when you have fresh legs in this game, you can't do it? That is mindset to me. That is like, it's just Cardiff. This is a walk in the park. I'm not going to try too hard. I'm going to try to conserve my body.
Chelsea, not just Gittins, by the way.
Yeah, no. And thank you, Chris, because that's what I obviously I don't want to obsess over Gittins. Because today, I'm sorry, Tosin Badiashile, do you guys look when you pass the ball? Or do you just hope that someone's in the midfield? Because how many times did you just, okay, one touch, pass. Someone there? Ah, shit, it got to Cardiff. How many times do we have to defend because we just lazily give the ball away to Cardiff? It's mindset, bro. I'm not having this. You guys need to do better. We're in a fucking cup competition. Last season, Chelsea, we lost this to Newcastle. We got embarrassed by Newcastle. You really want to do this again after all the fucking bullshit that's happening in the background? When Maresca's telling me, oh, we don't have the support of the club. Oh, we don't have this. Well, you're proving to him that he's right. It's just, it annoys me so much because now I feel vindicated on the whole Maresca thing because I was criticizing Maresca for all the decisions he was making. I was criticizing Maresca. Why are you playing Chalobah when he needs rest on this position? And then I'm seeing the defensive showmanship, this defensive performance that I saw from Acheampong, and I'm like, oh, well, yeah, that's why you play that Chalobah. It makes sense. It just, I'm kind of vexed because I expect this team to do better, and against the League One side,
I'm gonna listen. I genuinely don't think it's a mindset thing, and I'm gonna come back to that. I think someone in the comments probably said it a bit better than I probably a much better word in terms of it being maybe confidence. Confidence is probably the better word. Maybe just not confident.
Put them into the same thing, but yeah, sure.
No, because I think, listen, mindset means you're not going into something. I think having a mindset is more so that
mindset is how you go into a game.
It's
you
not
go into a game confident, but it's the same thing. It all has to do with your mentality.
Right, and a lot of I think of Gittins. We can be critical of him. The one thing I can be critical of him, but the one thing I will not say about him at the very least, is that at least he does look to push the ball forward. We can hate on him all you want, but he does. But he does look to push the ball forward. I just think for me, maybe his confidence is low, bro. And I think that is natural. Again, I think we're talking about a young player here, bro. And I think yes, we can say it's Cardiff City. That's fair play, Marshall. But the guys that we have in the team are young guys, bro. These are not men. Okay, these are not real men, 26, 27, 28, who have got the confidence, who have got the, who've kind of been through these experiences before, who have that necessary know-how to move past these things, bro. That's what it just comes down to for you, man.
If okay, fine. I'll give you this then. Maybe it's not mindset, it's confidence. Listen, I'm not going to pretend like we haven't done this before. We've done this multiple seasons, multiple times before. What do we do when a player is missing confidence? We play them in games like today. Did today really help his confidence?
No, and that's fair play. I'm not here to disagree with you on that one.
Yeah.
But I think for me, the point that you made, I think there's a point that you made, about with Maresca obviously not playing these guys. But I hate to break it to you, these are the type of guys that are still got to come to the club next season. The types of guys that we're seeing are the types of guys that are going to be coming in, right? So we have to find Marshall. The manager himself needs to realize this, right? He has to find a solution to get these guys with the right, whether it be in your case mentality, whether it be in my case with what I believe in confidence, to get these guys up and ready and moving, bro. Because these are the guys that are going to be here in the short term, at the very least.
We just need. I'm sorry, like it's just. I get
That's
that.
who's coming, Marshall. I don't know if you saw, Marshall. We're linked to the kid from the Dutch league, right?
Yeah,
that's a midfielder in the Dutch league, bro.
And I know again, these type of signings are gonna still continue to come to the club, but I just think it's obviously I don't want these directors to be here anymore. I think it's really, 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 really stupid that they're still here. But listen, if you're still gonna do this model, then get better quality. Just get better quality. That's all I ask. Malik Fofana was out there. You didn't get him. You wanted a 10. Kudus was available. We didn't end up doing that one. I'm sure there were other options as well in that 10 position that were better than Buonanotte that we could have gone for. I mean, I wouldn't even mind it if Enciso came here directly rather than go to Strasbourg, because even him, I think, is an upgrade on Buonanotte. Like, it's all these... We're going for all this youth model and all this bullshit, and it's not good enough for this level. You can't expect to maintain a certain level of consistency in this league when your B team isn't good enough to give your A team rest. I'm sorry. Like the recruitment needs to do better. And we already know this. I'm just repeating what we said in the past. But like the recruitment needs to do better of getting better youth players.
You know when you know the micromanaging situation that they're talking about? You know, 1 second, let me switch to I need to switch to my actual PC. I'm connected to my Xbox right now for StreamYard. 1 second, I'm going to be 1 minute.
You can connect to StreamYard for your Xbox.
Yeah, you didn't know, Chris?
Damn. I'm talking to
console. Discord. You know, I give you the link on Discord. So.
Yeah, but like, it's StreamYard. I didn't know they can do that.
Doesn't Xbox have a web browser? I don't know.
I guess, yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, as long as you have a web browser, you know, it should work. And a microphone.
Yeah, but the thing is, Marshall, if I may, Marshall, I need the reality is this the B team, okay? This B team, whether it be this one right now or the one that's coming in the future, these are the guys that are coming home. These are the guys that are gonna be here, bro. Right? If these are the guys that are gonna be here, right? We need to find a way to make these guys improve. We have to, bro. This is the reality, bro. We can't run Enzo down into the ground. So what do we need to do? If it's Enzo, if it's whoever's going to be there, how can we improve them?
Funnily enough, I didn't have an issue with the midfield, really.
No. I'm using them as an example. But the point I'm using that as an example, right? Listen, how can we make Hato improve? Obviously, today he played well, right? But in general, he's going to be here on a continuous basis. How do we...
to answer your question...
Go ahead.
To answer your question, Ahmed, and you didn't agree with me on this, but... This is why you need to have this multi-club model thing set up. Because I'm not saying, oh, Hato, Achimpong, Buonanotte, all these guys should be getting minutes in Santos. But we need to figure out a way where the trajectory to Chelsea is either via Cobham through the youth system, like Achimpong, or it's through Strasbourg. Come here when you're ready. Don't come here to be ready. Because that's the annoying part for me. Santos, 2 seasons at Strasbourg. Am I complaining about Santos in this team? Am I complaining about Santos' performance, his mindset, his confidence? No. Why? Because he had time to prime himself and be ready. The physicality of the French league, we've talked about it. Like, it prepped him for this moment, right? I don't think Chelsea should be a place where we come in and try to give these players minutes so that they can be stars in 2 seasons. I think you need to come here ready, or at least show that you want to be ready. Last season, let me think. Last season, for example, as much as we hated on whatchamacallit, who's the Italian kid that went, I can't believe I'm forgetting his name, Cassidy. Sure. Even though we were saying Cassidy's not ready and all this and that, he was at least holding his own to an extent, right? We were comparing him to KDH, but he was holding his own to an extent and not giving me too much to complain about. At least give me that standard. That's the bare minimum if you're going to be at Chelsea. Make it so that I can't really complain about you after a game. I can't do the same thing with this. We were dysfunctional on that left side, but I don't even want to let's not even focus on the left side because we talk about getting to the ground. Let's also mention Josh today because I think Josh is a mixed bag. Today, going forward, I think he looked brilliant. I think he looked like he was helping us create chances, progress the ball forward. He looked dominant going forward, but defensively, my dude was having trouble. He really was having trouble, and that to me is surprising considering he's naturally a right back, so she's in his natural position to an extent. And again, it's the side. It's a championship side. I've seen Acheampong step up for games and show quality. Liverpool, bro. Liverpool. A much better side than this. And for you to have the performance you had today, I don't know, man. Like, he wasn't bad, but he also wasn't great either. I don't know what you guys... I mean, Chris, I haven't spoken to you. What do we think about Acheampong's performance today? Chris? He went to go do something with his dog. All right, it's me and you, Ahmed. Yeah, Acheampong's performance today, man. I wasn't feeling it.
I think Acheampong had a 6 out of 10 performance. It's an average performance.
That's accurate.
I think obviously with him, I just think he doesn't have that much. What's it called? Because he's been played so much centre back now, particularly the RCB role. I think it's that he's lost a little bit of experience, obviously playing in the right back role. I think for me, because he doesn't play that much in the right back area. So I think that's a bit thing. And also, again, listen, he can have a bad game too, bro. You know what I mean? He can have a bad game. Like, you know, it's already natural, but considering his age, if that makes sense.
Not had a bad game, Chris, but while you were walking your dog or whatever you were doing,
walking my dog,
Acheampong wasn't really happy with the defensive performance, but attacking wise, he looked good going forward. But defensively,
second half, yeah, I would notice.
Defensively, it makes me a little nervous because again, this is.
I think it's
Cardiff.
like Ahmed said as well. Like, he doesn't normally play right back no more. He's more of a centre back under Chelsea.
Are you giving him that though against this quality tied team?
Again, yeah, it's against this team, but like, and then again, did the goal come from his side? Did it come from his error? Like, he did get a little bit outdone by the winger or something a few times, but like, nothing really came from his side too much.
Yeah.
So I think I would say give him a 6 or something, because I think that's a fair like rating. Like, I don't think he did anything too bad or anything too amazing. He was just like.
But this is the thing, like, again,
kinda.
Like, Matt, I respect your opinion. Big up. Welcome to the channel. Cardiff's best attacker. I'm sorry. Is Cardiff's best attacker better than what we face in the Prem? He would have given any defender a tough time. Like, I don't believe in this stuff. I genuinely
don't know. I don't watch Cardiff. I'll be honest.
Cardiff again. So Cardiff right now, I said your championship side. You're facing the championship side.
Are they going to get promoted again? I'm guessing.
Yeah, they're first.
They just got relegated. They're going to get promoted. Maybe. I don't know. I don't keep track of League One.
I just think. Listen. I listen again. Okay. I get that people are not too happy. I get that people are not too happy. Obviously, the opposition that we face and that we.
By looks, they will get promoted.
Right, but listen. I just think for me, objectively speaking, we just had a poor first half and we improved in the second half, which is what matters necessarily. Again,
no, obviously.
We talk about there's some players that I look at already. Tariq George was not even meant to be here, bro.
Yeah, that one I get. That one I'm not even.
Tariq George is not meant to be here. Even, bro, listen. Like, I talk about this often, yeah. Even Bernotti, guys, he's not going to be here next season.
Well, we do have first buyback.
I'm sure we're going to do that. I'm sure. Like, how many games do you play?
Bro, this guy is only playing Champions League games.
If we buy him after like the way it's going, like barely used, and not really having like that great performance, like, okay. Like, we had KDH, like, who's levels above him in the same type of role, same type of like, you know, how to play. And
we could have kept him. Listen, we already paid the money for KDH.
Yeah.
We took a loss on him. We didn't have to sell him to take a slight loss and then bring on Buonanotte.
He was levels ahead of like Buonanotte, I think. But if we sign Buonanotte, then why? Like, what are we doing to Maresca here? Are we trying to like, oh, this is our level, we're just gonna be like top 4, maybe win a few trophies here and there? Is this like what they want to do to us, or do they actually want to go for the league or Champions League? Because signing Buonanotte, like the way he's going, or like keeping George around, or these players like that, like, we need to strengthen our left side still. We need to get another striker probably, and another centre back to really, like, you know, try chance for the league and give this manager a chance to prove we can do it or not. But signing Buonanotte, not the way.
Yeah, it's. I'm really just frustrated with this these directors is really what a lot of this is coming from. Because again, Maresca is doing what he's being asked to do. Play these players. Give them a chance. I don't think any of us had a single issue with this lineup. Against Cardiff?
No, because it's against Cardiff again, and we need to rest our players. Like I was happy to see Hato, Action Pong, even Buonanotte to finally get some minutes again, because we ain't seen him since I don't remember the last time we saw Buonanotte. George as well to get him some minutes, because it's not really fair.
By the way, Chris.
Pardon? Karabag, okay, and we lost that game or drew that game, right?
We drew.
Yeah, and George, he's not played in a while either, and it's not really George's fault, because he should have been sold, like you said, and we some reason kept him. We fucked up on that.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see some of these players play, and Santos, he should get minutes in. And Santos was not a problem today for me. He's actually quite decent, good.
Yeah, no, I thought our midfield was great. It's just what frustrated me the most is how often we kept losing the ball in the attacking positions, and how often our defense just couldn't
on the wide, in the first half.
Couldn't pass a ball either. When the midfield got the ball, we were good. But when the defense had to pass it to the midfield, struggle city. When the attack had to link up some play and get something going, struggled as well.
Can you pick up Matt UK 99's comment, please, about Ahmed saying... So Ahmed saying this lineup was our future incorrect. I didn't say that. I don't think you understood what I said.
I don't know if I heard you.
I think he's saying context of Gittins saying maybe for the future. That's like a couple.
Gittins realistically, the way they use with the value of money they paid for him, he is literally going to. If he's not working in 2 years, if he works out in 2 years, that is your future, bro. That's that's the whole point of getting guys like Gittins. Particularly the value. Particularly the value. Guys.
We've got Quenda coming in.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. So he's
realistically fight each other for the position.
Exactly. So realistically, this guy potentially could be a part of our future. That's the point I'm trying to make. I understand, obviously, Tariq George, right? Obviously, he's not going to be a part of that. Or Mark Gui, I have no idea of him. Obviously, more than likely not. But we're not. But there's a lot of other guys. Hato definitely, no matter what people say, he's a part of the team. He's definitely a part of our future, bro. Right? Achempong is a part of our future, whether you want to admit that or not. Santos, obviously, he played today. He's a part of our future. Gittins and Garnacho, at least in the short term, right, in the next for this season, next season, at the very least, are definitely a part of our future, bro. Right? What do you mean? Yes. You mean? Again, I'm reading his comment, so I was reading his comment a little bit more. Yeah. Again, Mark Gui, these guys. The reason why we buy all these guys is because we want a lot of them. We want these guys to be able to be a part of the future of the club. That's the whole reason why I bought them. If they don't work, then they get flipped. That's the reason. The flipping only what happens if these guys don't work.
We ain't making profit on any of our left wingers. We sell them.
So should we be concerned by a lineup? I'm not, because I wasn't concerned about the lineup.
It's Cardiff. You shouldn't be like.
Yeah, I'm not concerned with the lineup. My thing is though. My thing. I think Matt UK. I don't think you understand what I've been talking about. I've been talking about the fact that I think we're being too harsh on a lot of these guys, bro. When some of these guys need to works in progress, their development in progress, bro. Their quality in progress. That's the guys that we brought for the team.
I listen. If you guys want to hear the discussion and debate between that argument, because I disagree with that argument, you have a whole hour of stream to watch. That we went back and forth.
But the quality we brought is quality in progress. That's who we brought.
I disagree with that vehemently. I've seen these players play and turn up against other teams that were more quality than this. So that's just, we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. Leave Matt UK because you're just Matt UK is. You could type in the chat and if you want to keep talking to him, but I need comments to go through and I got a stream that I'm trying to navigate, my friend.
This is Ahmed versus Matt UK.
One more thing. Listen,
one more thing, last thing, and then
I'm a
you
little
can
bit
type.
lost because he's saying I'm backtracking on my argument. I'm not backtracking on my argument. I've literally told you some of these guys are meant to be the future of the team. That's true. Yes, one or two of them, obviously, that I hadn't at the time I'd probably forgotten about, and Bernardo and someone else, right? Aren't obviously going to be that. But a lot of these guys are meant to be the future of your team.
That's true. Yeah.
Fundamentally, that is true.
Yeah. Hold on, I got some comments I want to read. obviously in regards to the game today. So let's read some of these comments. So first things first, we have Pedro Neto coming out and saying the following, and I appreciate this. Pedro Neto on making it to semifinals. It's really important that the manager said. It's really important. The manager said in the last 18 months, this is the third semifinal we had. So we're really happy with that. We got the win. We are already looking for the next game. Sometimes we were under control, but sometimes it's the small details that make the difference. Maybe we lost a bit of concentration because we had a lot of corners in the time in the game, and the first time they went up for the corners, they score. So it was a bit of lack of concentration, but in the end, we could go through. So we are really happy. It was the concentration, it was the will of winning this game. We wanted to win a lot this game. Then we had guys on the pitch who could make the difference, and Garna today helped us a lot as well with 2 goals. Sorry, Pedro Neto's broken English is a little tough. Enzo Maresca on whether he spoke to Chelsea sporting directors. No, as I said yesterday, I started to prepare for Cardiff the day after Everton. I didn't speak to anyone. He also said this, that Maresca was patting the Chelsea badge on his coat when he put his arms out to the away fans. This is obviously him doing so. Yeah. So listen, it's nice to see that the away fans are backing him. I think
the away fans will be great.
I think, listen, with what's happening right now, which obviously we're going to talk in another show about it more in depth, but with what's happening right now, I think 85% to 80% of the fan base are on Maresca's side with the whole situation versus the directors.
Because if you get rid of Maresca, what really changes?
Nothing.
I'll be honest, man. They can finish your thing and then we'll talk.
Yeah, Maresca on the subs deciding the game. These are the kinds of games where I fall in love even more with the players. It's very easy to slide because these are tricky games. Cardiff are well organized and very intense. We expected this game knowing Tai is not playing a lot, Guiu is not playing a lot, and Faku is not playing a lot. Enzo Maresca on whether it has been a better 48 hours at Chelsea. I've been happy since day one. It's not that tonight I'm not happy. I'm happy. Thank you very much. Enzo Maresca also said, anything I do just because I want the best for this club, for the fans, for everyone. Tonight, I think the focus was to be on us reaching the semifinals. The support from the fans since day one has always been there. And then lastly, he's happy we're going to play another semifinal. It's what the fans deserve. It's a great moment. Fans chanting his name. I appreciate it. The support, they have always been there. What are you going to say, Ahmed?
Listen, it's all well and good, whether it be myself, you, Marshall, the away fans, everyone else, supporting Maresca, bro. But when have they listened to us, bro?
Wait, say the last part again.
When have they listened to us?
Oh, when have they listened to us? Oh, never.
Oh,
they don't
yeah.
listen to us.
No, they haven't.
Bro,
But
that's the thing, innit? So, listen, him saying I'm still not spoken to them, all of this stuff that's going on, bro, it's fairly easy, I hate to say, to see where the story is going.
Here's
these
the thing.
Guys are...
I agree.
I hate to say it.
Here's the thing. That's fine and dandy. There gets to a point where I think from a political standpoint, if I'm Iqbali, whatever, all this and that, I think you look at this, and if you decide to sack the manager, I think you drive an even bigger wedge and divide between you and the fan base when you just got the fan base to be on board with this guy. And if you dig a deeper wedge, listen, last time around, we did a whole protest. I didn't think it was merited. I think it was premature. I think it was silly. This time around, you give these guys an actual reason to protest? I don't know. Big up Lure Effects 4,000 for the 65. What currency is SEK?
I think that might be Indonesian, no?
Yeah. But big up for the super chat. Are we running a kindergarten or a professional institution? It's getting clearer. And 2, the manager's job is to raise the value of our squad before win. Well, I don't know if I agree with that 100%, but I mean, to an extent, you're not
Marshall,
wrong.
could you bring up EPO Taft's comment, please? Have you been watching the stream, mate? Have you been watching the stream, Eat Your Turf? He's not been watching the stream, man. I know that ain't what I think it is.
All right, thank you. Maresca don't like you. That's what it is.
Listen, I hear the point of like obviously you talk like politically, it's not great, but when have they cared about that either?
Listen, I think if it gets to a point where
that's the problem, bro. That's the problem. Like even.
But the thing is. I know what you're saying, but Ahmed, well, hold on. I need you to understand something when there's context to this, right? I get what you're saying, and that's all fine and dandy. We're basing that off of a shitty protest, right? What happens if there's a more organized protest? What actually happens? No, Ahmed, because let's be real. That protest that we had last year around this time, a little bit, it was in January. It was pathetic. Let's be real. It was pathetic. People did turn up, which is good, but it was pathetic because they didn't have a single goal that they were focused on. Everyone was talking about Bowley. Someone talking about the players. Some were saying the directors. When you do this and you sack Maresca, if you sack Maresca, I think you now give the fan base much more of a focus goal to protest for, and you start to get more people more organized. Go ahead,
Marshall. Do you think an organized protest changes the way how does ownership deal our transfers and all that type of or managers?
If there's something powerful enough, potentially it could. I'm not hopeful.
You know what really would change it is no one turns up to the stadium buying their shirts. That will change it, but just doing a protest is not going to change anything because it's not going to change their pockets or getting money in. That's not going to change it. Any type of protest, we've seen it for years. Arsenal, Man United. Not City, because City have no reason to do protests because they're always winning. I don't think Liverpool's really done protests either, but yeah, I've seen with Arsenal and Man United mainly, and their owners don't care. Because guess what? They're always buying the shirts, they're always in stadiums. They don't care.
So this is again where there's nuances, right? Because you bring up United, you bring up Arsenal. With Arsenal, I think when the idea was a long-term goal and there's a patience there and there's a clear goal in mind, fine. We might not like the goal, but they're going to stick to their goal and they're going to go for it and they're going to be stubborn and dig their heels in. They're not going to change that because they know more than the fans, quote unquote, right? With the United thing, I would argue that when United protests started to happen and they started to happen in much more frequency to the point where they had to literally cancel a game because of the pitch invasions that was being caused.
I think a pitch invasion is a bit different to a protest outside.
But it's still a type of protest where
you have to stop a game if you can't play.
But this is what I'm saying. It could escalate to this point, right? If it gets to that point, even United reacted to a certain extent. They're still shit, but it made the Glazers do something.
What did they do? Buy more shit?
First thing they did was they fired what's his face? Oh my god, I can't remember the guy who actually ended up being decent.
Directors and all that. They change them around. I know.
Their director. I forget who the director was.
Who was the guy who called them out from the directors?
Ragnick.
Yeah, he called them out.
Ragnick.
Right?
He called them out, but he also. Guys, you remember who the director for United was before he got sacked? I can't believe I'm forgetting his name.
Which one? The money hungry one? Which one was it?
I guess the money hungry one.
Is it the recent one? Is it Woodward?
Woodward, thank you. Yeah. I mean, you had those protests. Eventually, Woodward got the sack, or he resigned, whatever the fuck. And then eventually, the Glazers decided to leave and give X percentage to Ineos. So, it forced moves regardless, whether they were good moves or not. So, I think if right now you sack the manager, one, you go against this whole idea of a project now, right? Because at this point, Maresca has shown, okay, he's making progress. He's showing that he could be a project manager. He's won trophy along the way. He's won trophies along the way. He's developed some of these players because we've seen some of these players improve. Maresca. We've seen some of these players improve since last season. So he's doing the one thing you wanted him to do, which is coach. Cool.
Yeah.
You sack him, then that shows, okay, one, again, you didn't know what the hell you were doing once again, that you sacked him. Two, all that pish posh that you were saying about, oh, we need a coach that can just develop players and let us do the thing and he could just do the coaching. Well, you fucked that up too, didn't you? Because you sacked him and he was doing exactly that. And third, I just don't trust you guys to select the next coach. Just don't.
That's the problem. Like, what coach? Like, there's not a lot of coaches I can think of right now, realistically, to change this team heavily. Like, to change him to what? Title contenders? Because I can't see this team really doing anything.
Because let's be honest, we have suffered as Chelsea fans ever since Tuchel left. We have suffered what we've gone through in the last 3 seasons, right? 12th with Graham Potter, where I was drinking basically every fucking stream because he had me miserable.
Good days, man. Good days.
Yes, no, horrible for my pancreas. Okay.
Okay.
Second season under Poch, where I was watching terroristic football, absolutely horrible basketball matches, Enzo playing with a hernia, Moises Caicedo panting for breath at the end of every fucking, like he played Benfica in the Club World Cup every game, just motherfuckers out here struggling, and me being rage baited by the fact that I'm losing to Middlesbrough, right? To now this, where you have some sense of stability, to where you have some sense of, okay, we're getting back to where we kind of left with Tuchel. We're getting back to that standard of we need to be a top 4 team and all this and that and winning trophies. And now when you finally get us back to all the bullshit that you put us through, that you took away from us, now you finally get to that point and you want to sack the manager? Oh my days. Chelsea fans are not going to take it lightly. Chelsea fans will not take it lightly. Even the ones that wanted Maresca out, I sure to an extent are going to be like, well, he was getting his top 4. Are we going to go back to 12? Are we going to start over?
That would be like, that'd be the worst thing as well. If you sack Maresca and sign a new manager who, like, we may not know too much, and he gets us down to 12, then what are you going to say to the...
I can tell you who we're going to sign if Maresca moves on.
What, you have a feeling who we're signing?
I think I know who it is. I think I know who it is. Yeah, go ahead, Ahmed.
It's going to be the Strasbourg manager. That's the next guy out, bro.
Yep, probably.
I think for
That's
me,
just
I'm
kind of lazy. It feels like just.
I think the main issue with Maresca is always going to be the signings, bro. That you're bringing in, bro, because he keeps talking about competing, winning stuff, yeah, and he keeps making that. No, I'm not disagreeing with that, by the way, but he keeps bringing that point up, right? But if you keep giving him the stuff that you're giving him, how can we do that?
Wait, giving him what? Sorry.
If you keep giving him the stuff, the quality and progress, as I like to call them, you can't do that, bro. You cannot do that, bro. Even some of the first teamers we're giving him aren't good enough either. Right now, so that's what I'm saying. So, bro, but the end all be all, Chris, you and I both agree. The end all be all, what is it? To win the league, bro.
Yeah. At least compete.
Or UCL.
Yeah, like UCL.
I think I'm more. I can't lie to you. I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but like I am more genuinely concerned with trying to get back to winning the Premier League right now than I am.
I get it. That's a preference, and that's just your opinion.
Right now,
and I get it, and I understand that.
It's been a while.
But listen, when you have someone like Maresca, just win me anything. Win me anything so you can prove to the haters that you can do it at the highest level, right? And then, listen, if it's not the league, then it's not the league. But at least you're winning trophies. You're showing that you're competing. You're in this competition. And listen, I do want to win the league. And if you can win the league, then, wow, power to you.
If he's winning like the FA Cups or whatever, like say this season he wins FA
it'll at least buy him time.
Cup, and title donors, I need to strengthen this team.
Because... Ahmed, I'll be honest, this season, Maresca, what he should do, especially with what's going on with the whole ownership and all that stuff, this season, Maresca, just win trophies. Buy yourself time. I don't care if it's a UCL. I don't care if it's a Premier League. Just win trophies, buy yourself time, because we as fans understand that the quality that he's getting in this first team is not good enough. And it's not all on Maresca either. There are some games you can put it on Maresca. That's fine. Those are the same games that you can put on Arteta, the games that you can put on Pep. Managers make mistakes. That's fine. But the one thing you can't change about the manager is the players that you give him. He cannot turn Tosin into Maldini. I'm sorry.
Are we like 7 points behind first or?
8.
8.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not like the worst off still, considering like if you ask our fan base, like who do you rate in this team, it's gonna be
That's
quite
not
thin.
what I said, but okay, Staffy.
I just think, listen.
I think you did say the UCL Marshall and Premier League.
Yeah, I just think for me,
I said if it's not either or, at least win yourself time by winning trophies.
You did say win trophies, but you
most
did say UCL
most of the UCL, and I think we can win the UCL. This team has shown that it does step up to the. It does step up. Yeah, this season it does step up against the highest level teams. Yeah. Where you can easily tell we're a cup team.
Fucked if we face against like Benfica in the knockout then, right?
We might be.
We'll beat Barcelona or something, then Benfica.
Jay Cox is right. Maresca is doing what Poch did, bro, towards the end, where he started getting braced and everything like that. The problem is, we know these guys, they're very strict on their contracts, bro. Remember, we had this debate on American One for the yesterday. Yeah? Yes, if this was any other place, if a manager was able to improve and win something, you would have a stronger say in the guys that are coming in into the team. These guys, it's never gonna happen, man. I know this.
No, I know that. But the thing is, like, with the directors, I've always seen it in a different way that people don't want to agree with me on, but that's okay. They're not looking for what solves the issue now. They're looking at what will eventually solve the issue.
That's what I'm saying, yes. I agree.
So, like, Maresca, if you can survive this season, if you can give yourself a Carabao Cup, an FA Cup, and be like, listen, I won these 2 trophies with these shit players that you gave me. Okay, you might not get the good player in the summer window, but at least next season, you'll have Mamadou Sarr and Enzo Mino, which you know are improvements to Tosin and Badiashile, right? Next season, you're going to get Kenda. You know that's an improvement to Garnacho actually, we don't know, but you're expecting it to be an improvement on Garnacho and Gittins, right? Paez, a backup 10. He's clearly an improvement on Buenanote. And there's going to be more of those in the future signings, not now when the manager needs them. So if you can hold off until next season, you will have a better team. But you just have to be able to hold on to next season. And it's frustrating as a managerial standpoint because I'm sure he wanted to strive for the league. I'm sure he wanted to go far in these cups and all these things and win them. But Marshall, they're not helping him. Go ahead.
When you get all these young players, Paez, Quenda, you got Esteval as well. Like, you can't just keep chopping and changing managers. Like, I feel like that's just a mistake to do.
No, you can't.
You got to keep changing how they play, and the manager might not like that player. Like, you build like a trust and bond with the players and the manager, then it'd be different. And he's a massive improvement what we've had from the last 2 years. Yeah. Let's look at it that way. If he's still getting you top 4 with these players, and you just gotta keep waiting or whatever, then you may as well wait with the manager, hopefully.
And that's what I'm saying. Because
I mean, look at Arteta, 1 trophy in 6 years, 5 years. I don't really want to be that, of course not. But at least Enzo Maresca's won 2 trophies in, I guess, second season, right? He's done technically more in trophy wise, and what Arteta's done.
2 trophies in his first season.
Arteta has a way better team, clear.
By the way, it's his first season, Chris.
Whose?
2 trophies in his first season.
Yeah, he's won 2 trophies in the first season, but now it's the second season, I'm saying.
Yep. So it's real quick before you go, Ahmed, I think I think Chris is onto something here, and I think he's hitting the nail on the head. If you sack Maresca and you bring in another manager, you're going to do a lot more damage than good. You're going to do a lot more damage before you get any good. Because I'm sorry, there's very few managers out in football right now that I can trust to bring in to this Chelsea side and get immediate results.
I'm the just only name that, by the way, still, how people change their managers and it doesn't work out for
the only manager I can think off the top of my head that can do that, Carlo Ancelotti. Carlo Ancelotti can come in and you can get a manager bounce and he'll ride that manager bounce until it gets tough. And it will with this team and these directors. But I think any other manager, we go back to beginning of the season last season and we have a dire drop off. And I'm worried we'll go back to that 10th place, 12th place season. I really do think that will be the case if we bring in another manager. Rossonero even, he could come in. I think in the long haul, Rossonero will do a great job at Chelsea if he were to ever take over, but it's going to take time. It's going to take time. And even right now, he's not doing too hot. He's going through a rough patch.
Exactly. And that's what Maresca does. He goes through a couple of rough patches, but then he also goes through good patches, I've seen. Even this season, he's had great patches. It's just in that December period, he's going through a little bit of a rocky patch. How many games we lost? 3? 2? 2 games in December, 1. I forgot. 1 or 2. And we won 2 at least now, I guess. 1 in Premier League and 1 EPL.
Yeah. T1, this is a good point. I mean, you don't know any of those players are... Wait, you don't know any of those players are an improvement, at least immediately. They will all need time and adjustment in the league. To a certain extent, yes, I agree with you, but we've seen with some of the players that we've recruited that the better players, the better quality young players that we bring in do seem to adapt to the league relatively quickly. Like Hato, I know he had a bad game against Karabag, but today I thought he was all right. He had a rough little beginning of the game, but who doesn't have a rough beginning of the game when you have to be there with fucking Unk Tosin telling you to do things that Unks only do? Okay.
Also barely any minutes.
Barely any minutes as well. That's fine. Again, this is Cardiff. I'm not giving that excuse, but again, it's like you're there with Unk Tosin, right? I get it. But even he had a decent performance, and he came from the Dutch league. A lot of people don't rate the Dutch league, but he came from the Dutch league. Stevao came from the Brazilian league, and no one thought he was going to hit the ground running like he did. By the way, people, I forgot to mention this. Stevao has a minor injury, which is why he didn't play.
Really?
Yeah, I'll put it up right now.
It's like
but even Stevao came in and is looking relatively like he's adapting quickly. I've seen games where Gittins actually plays well, and they're Premier League games where he's played well. So that's why like I get a little frustrated with some of these players that are just like not turning up in games like this where they're supposed to be easier. Buonanotte, you can make the argument, yeah, he's not been good enough. That's fair. He has his moments here and there, but not been good enough overall. That's fair. There's certain levels, right? And I know you're saying you can't guarantee these players will kick off, but they're playing at the highest level. I'm assuming when they come in, they won't immediately get starts, but they're going to be an improvement to what we've seen in Garnacho, what we've seen in Gittins. Kenda especially, because Kenda, everyone's talking about Kenda nonstop. Everyone's saying Kenda's like the next... what are they comparing him to? Yeah, the right winger. They're saying he's like... He can play left as well.
Because he ain't playing the right, I don't think, at this point.
People are comparing him to the next Ronaldo, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Really?
Like the next prodigy kind of from Portugal.
I have to see it.
Obviously, we have to see it, but these guys were the same people saying the same thing about Messinho and
he did seem hyped up though a lot because even Man United really wanted it, and we just like you know what, we'll slap an extra 5 million.
He's cooking in Champions League. He's actually doing really well in Champions League. But yeah, it's Hato caused the first goal. I don't think he did, but we'll look at it again.
Gusto and Tosin. I don't know what.
But again, it's like these are players. These are the young players you want to recruit that are actually going to improve the team. Paez is another one that he's looking decent at Strasbourg. It's up and down with him, but we'll see. It's again. I think for the most part, those players are upgrades from what some of the players that we currently have in our team.
You know, listen. What I'm going to say, I'm going to bring this up real quick. The guys that we've got, we know what they are. Whether we like that or not is another thing, obviously entirely. But we know what they are. We know what they're good with. We know what they're bad with.
Garnacho.
Yes. Yeah, and essentially, in general, these are guys that are they're not going to be ready. They're not ready now. But it's going to be 2 to 3 years is the aim that you hope. By that point, we can start. Yeah, exactly, Chris. And so, when that is essentially your B team, bro, I don't know what to tell you. And then I think, listen, what perpetually makes this worse is then the manager is barely playing them, so they're essentially remaining at said point as well. That's something I think I should bring up. If you're not playing these guys and the only thing they're doing is just training, guys, they're basically remaining at the same level, basically. They're not getting better and they're not getting worse.
The only thing I'd say with Enzo Maresca, what you should do is more like rotate in Hato a bit more in the Premier League, sub on minutes, because like even Gittins does actually get minutes. He's actually got more minutes than Esteval, I think Gittins has, surprisingly. Because Esteval's been cooking every time he plays, I think, most times. But I don't know. I'd only say like Action Punk and Hato should definitely get like more rotational minutes for sure. But like I understand why he doesn't start like with Buonanotte a lot of times in the Premier League, because I wouldn't trust him in the Premier League at all. I'd just rather sub and like job Pedro as a 10 and put someone else at strike, like a Mark Gu or something, or Delap when he's fit.
If your top's not lying, bro, Paez is not been kicking off at Strasbourg, to be honest, as well.
Paez as well?
Yeah, no, he hasn't. He's been up and down.
Oh. I mean, like, he's going to be a bench player regardless. Like when he comes in, he's not gonna be like, he's not even gonna try like be what Estevao is like. Oh, he's gonna get minutes and like potentially be like our main star. He's not gonna replace Cole Palmer, and he's probably not gonna replace Estevao. So he's probably a bench player.
Let's look at the goal we conceded. I finally found it.
I didn't like that goal. Just we scored and then we conceded like 10 minutes later.
I hate when we do that.
Yeah, just knew it was coming now.
So a little hard to tell with the quality. You got, where is Malo?
He's in the middle.
Oh, this is Malo, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Black gloves.
Yeah, he always wears the black gloves.
Oh my god, this guy.
Tosin can see it from a mile away though. He's watching it.
That's why I was talking about.
He knows he has a guy behind him. He knows there's a guy running in. Oh, you just gotta zoom in, eh? Yeah, he can see the guy.
Legit, that's what I was talking about. That's what I was saying. Like, Gusto let him go because he thought someone was coming. Tosin was next to him, so he thought that was gonna happen.
You should never fought with Tosin though. He's
not
gonna
like he's
gonna let you down.
But this is like this. Okay, here. This is a prime example, right, of why I say when it comes to Tosin and sometimes the errors we make in defense, a lot of times it comes from communication. Tosin could have easily said something to Malo Gusto.
Gusto knew he was there.
Like, hold on.
Like, Gusto definitely knew he's there, just got away from it. And Tosin is just too flat-footed and slow. And he knew it was coming, Tosin. He's reading it. He's just, like reacting very slow in the head. Like, he's still in frame when it's kicked, I'm pretty sure. Like, he's still watching it. Like, wait, when he kicks it, does he even start moving? He starts moving now when it's in there. Like, he's just, not fast enough and he's just done. To me, that's more Tosin. I don't like that from Tosin, but he can see everything, basically.
I think Malo also needs to pay more attention because, you could tell.
No,
like,
I think Malo should put pressure and kept on him.
At least get in front of him, stop him from making the run.
Like he just let him run past. Yeah, like I'm still like not happy with Malo.
I think Malo needs to pay a little closer attention to.
Yeah. He knows how to defend.
This is where is Hato? This is Gittins.
Hato is somewhere in the box. Like
is this Hato?
Like that. Yeah.
So I don't know how EPL Turf is blaming Hato.
No, I don't know if he just remembers. Like sometimes you forget like whose fault is. Like that's what I was trying to think. Like,
Badi Shile is right here. Tosin, Achinpong.
Like sometimes
Hato's like over here, dude.
Yeah, he's.
How are you blaming Hato for this? That was Gittins.
Oh, yeah,
I'm pretty sure this is Hato right here. I can't tell because it's so blurry, but yeah, that's Hato, 25.
Yeah.
No, that's Caicedo.
No,
25 is Caicedo. So where the fuck? This is Hato. Where is Hato, bro?
He's, I think, on the left side. Like I said, like the furthest one.
That's
Santos. That's Santos.
Santos is 17.
That is. Where is Hato actually? That's like
Moises is 25. Badi Shile is 5. Tosin is 4. That's Santos and Gittins is going up. Did we take Hato off at this point or something? No, Hato was in the squad.
Hato's number 21. Where is he? 20.
Unless I'm not reading this right, and that is 21.
He's 21.
The one that runs initially, but then
is that 21? I can't tell.
Yeah. That one there is.
Because that looks like 11, and it looks like Gittins, but Gittins was off by this time. I don't know.
Gittins is off. He was off at that time.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, so that is Hato. All right, my bad, EPL Turf. It's hard to tell. Okay. I mean, I don't know how much you want to put on Hato.
He's making sure he doesn't get past him.
Like you don't want to give the winger this space, so you force him in the middle.
Yeah, you try to pass.
Sure, maybe he could have stopped the cross, but
to me, it's more on Gusto and Tosin.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
I'm not
Gusto shouldn't let his man run away, run off, and Tosin was reading that from the get-go and stood like just watching and like, oh shit, they crossed it in. Like his mind just moving too slow for him or something.
I think to an extent he was trying to keep the offside line, but
that too. But like, there's no like it just seems stiff and static and just standing there.
No, Tosin is like literally a.
And he's in the middle of
human
nowhere.
traffic
He's not
cone.
really on anyone.
Yeah. Tosin is a human traffic cone, bro. I can't lie, bro.
He is literally a 6'4", like I don't know how tall he is, but cone.
You guys think? I mean, I'm not gonna put this on Jurgensen. Do you guys think Jurgensen should have done better?
No. Jurgensen was a little bit. I think he was good, Chile, but like he's a bit of a clown. But like, no, God no.
Bro, at that point he's flat-footed, bro. He's cooked.
Yeah, I don't think.
Is Tosin actually flat-footed?
No, I'm talking about the other guy.
Tosin's-
The keeper. You mean? Okay. I thought you said like he's flat-footed. Like
GK.
Honestly, when Jurgensen saw that Tosin was running behind a defender instead of in front of him, winning the ball, this is his reaction.
Not bad.
Just sheer panic. Oh fuck! Tosin didn't win his battle again. Great.
Even Chile for me is ahead of him. And
Tosin again, ole.
Tosin should be gone in this season. He should be gone.
Oh, 100%.
Like 10 mil, 5 mil, 15 mil, whatever it's gonna cost. Like
free.
Let him gone.
Free 99. Just do it. Get rid of the guy.
Buy one, get
More
one free.
damaging good.
Who else can we throw in with him? Who else has been terrible for us? No, we don't own Bernate.
Just sell them anyways. And Brighton, we sold him.
Tosin, I said this before. Tosin obviously has zero agility. I think of Hato gets to his man at the end of the day. So I think you're being a bit harsh on him. EPL tough. How about EPL tough? How about you back your players, mate? How about you back the lads? You know what I mean?
But like,
that's what Marco's talking about.
Like, yeah,
the fans that know back the players, and now you're not backing the players.
You don't back off players anyway, man. We had like fight you on Kukurea at the start, man.
Bro, I was defending everyone today, and Marshall was trying to fight me.
So... What?
So you defend like the Make-A-Wish.
Put some respect on my name.
You said you weren't defending them earlier.
That's what I'm saying. Fraudulent behavior.
I feel this feeling when you score.
Yeah.
No? It's like good feeling, so yeah, I like it.
You get this feeling when you're waffling. It's good feeling. It's good feeling. It's good feeling. It's good feeling. Let's look at the other goals, guys.
We need new centre backs. Let's
look at the other goals so I can get off stream and relax.
You've been paid, mate.
We need to get rid of 3 centre backs.
Oh, thank you, Ahmed. Naval Nation, thank you for the £5 super chat. Maresca's holding the team back with Granddad. I almost don't want to read the rest of this, but I gotta respect your super chat.
Don't want me to finish it for you.
With Granddad Football, I can't lie. I'm sick of the quality of the PL. It's fucking poor. It is. Let's not lie.
I agree with the end it part. You know, the PL quality is not good. Granddad Football.
Naval Nation, did you watch the? Wait. First of all, I should ban you because you're another nation. I already have enough nations in my life. I have the Bridge Nation, now I have Naval Nation. So there's that. Secondly, though, did you just not watch the game today? This was our depth. This is the performance they put up against a League One side. Yeah, I'm sorry, no matter what tactics you put out there, you should be able to do better. So when you're working like this...
Is he saying Granddad Football because we got an Italian coach?
Maybe.
Naval's right, man. You know what I mean?
Naval, all I'm saying is that when you're working with this squad, like it's, I can't even hate on Maresca. I think he's working miracles, unfortunately.
I think for me, listen, is Maresca's tactics holding back the team?
Yes, he's holding his team for greatness of winning Premier Leagues and Champions.
I think from an attacking perspective, maybe. I would say maybe. But a lot of that has to do.
Okay. I count like what about Neto and stuff like that? Like and GARNACHO right now is looking better than last season. Neto is looking better and
I feel like with Neto, I feel like with Neto
João Pedro will probably be better than last season. Like there's no doubt.
I don't know about that, mate.
The only one you could say like is slow down a bit, maybe because like more people go goals.
I don't know about that one, Jeff.
You know it's true though. Like he's improved.
Listen,
no?
Neto.
Is he not improved Neto?
I think with Neto, I think you can make the argument.
And wait, hang on.
Listen, ask me a question.
Enzo's getting more goals. I don't think it's like holding back our attack.
I think he technically is. I think if you look at the attackers, the main guys,
we played the most chances in the Premier League. Well, it's one of the most, second most, I think, maybe.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
You don't know.
If you listen, the eye test, you have to listen.
I looked at the eye test. I looked how they were under Poch, non-existent. Under Pochettino, it's just Parma FC, just getting goals from Parma. That was it.
You're seeing the stats I'm pulling up, right, Ahmed?
27. We scored 27 goals anyway.
I remember like the dark times.
No. Expected goals.
Yeah, but we've scored 27.
But when you're talking about the attack, you're talking about like chances created, how dangerous we look going forward. I mean, we're in the top 4 for expected goals and goals. So like, your argument's not arguing, you know.
Look, we scored the same amount of XG.
Attack.
So so the point I'm trying to make is that
anyone who's not going to prove.
I don't know, man. I just feel like, you know, I hear that attacking perspective argument. Maybe that we can be a bit more attacking. I don't think there's anything wrong with that take.
I think it's sometimes defensively, but then again, I don't.
Because like I think you've had my point before, Marshall. Where I've said before, I feel like we could probably be a bit more attacking, but I think he holds us back on that a lot more because of how weak our defense is.
What are these stats, by the way? Why is Man United number 1? What's Man United number 1?
Total shots.
Goals scored. I think.
Wait, Man United had the most shots.
Man United have the second best attack in the league right now.
Wait, how many chances they created? Like not just shots.
Man United have 30 goals. So Man United is tied for second for the second best attack, and we're in third for the third best attack in terms of goals, right? So expected goals, I'll pull it up right now. United have 30.77, so they're where they're supposed to be expected wise. So they're performing toward their XG essentially.
That's crazy because Tessica's only got 1 goal this season.
Who? Oh, sorry, Naval Nation. I just saw your second super chat. In Bournemouth, we made 600 passes. Now apply every game since he's coming into Chelsea. But did you complain about Pep Ball when he was winning leagues with possession-based football?
I think this is like a thing with this fan base, and it's an opinion. In all fairness, like it's from Sarri. They didn't like his style of football, like fuck Sarri ball basically and stuff like that. And they don't like the tiki taka, just pass and pass and pass and. That's fine. You don't like that style.
That's fine, yeah. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean it's not what's best for the team. Yeah. And right now, comparing what we have now, sorry, Chris, I keep interrupting you. Yeah, exactly.
Or Potter, like just boring.
And listen, Ahmed, Chris, you guys have been here on stream when I've said it. Under Poch, and this wasn't really a compliment, but you could take it as one. Under Poch, I said we are the most entertaining team in the Premier League because we were.
That Man City game 4-4, that was entertaining.
Yeah, we were absolutely entertaining. Whether from a neutral point of view, people love to watch us lose against teams we were supposed to win. People love the basketball games that we had. The 4-4 against Man City, the 1-1. Like we had some Premier League classics in there. I won't even lie. There was some Premier League classics in there. When Middlesbrough beat us, when like there's multiple games. Freaking Liverpool. Like I'm sorry. If you're a Liverpool fan, you probably were over the moon that you dunked on Chelsea in a final with kids, and you were able to beat us.
I forgot about that. You bastard.
I know. That. Burnley 10 men. Like we were entertaining because we would bottle it in the worst ways. So we were entertaining to laugh at, to watch, all that fun stuff. Big up, Naval Nation. Thank you for the $5 super chat, my friend, or £5. Pep's the same though. I mean, yeah, Pep's the same, but
I actually understand that.
It's fine. If you don't like the style, you don't like the style. It is what it is. I like results. I like today's results, but I was not happy with the performance considering the level of opposition we played and the level that I expect, the lowest of standards that I have. That wasn't even met today with some of the players I saw on the pitch against this team. And I really have to lower my standards, right? So it's... Yeah, at the end of the day, I like the results. I also want good performances. But yeah, I get where you're coming from, Naval Nation. Some people don't like it. It is what it is. I don't mind it. I just want results.
My favorite was almost like
Tuchel ball was hard to watch at times.
Conte, I like Conte ball. I really did the counter attack. Jose, of course. Like
thank you, Chelsea Sessions. Smash the like people, please. No, but like even Chris, like you'll admit, like there was times when Tuchel ball was absolutely dreadful to watch.
Oh no, yeah, I know. It was
so it's
it
no
was bad
different. Like
but
this today was a little dreadful.
I actually really like Conte's style of the counter attack, but he wasn't good for us at the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Lula. Like I agree. Like just give me the results and I'll be pretty happy. Yes, at times there's certain things in the game that I question and I get frustrated by, but I just want to win at the end of the day, no matter what it takes. Let's look at some other goals today. Let's look at, for example...
Oh, our goals are actually pretty good. I can't lie.
But what annoys me is that, like, today in that first half, we had chances like this that we didn't take advantage of.
You know the difference, man. We didn't have Garnacho on.
Mm-hmm.
No, Garnacho's no party, baby. No, Garnacho's no party, man.
Good on Buonanotte for doing this. So I'll give Buonanotte this.
One thing I did notice, we pressed them well in their own half, like, and as we should.
Yeah.
Like we should be pressing the fuck out of them and like showing like this should be no problem.
This to me was Buonanotte's highlight of the game.
I like this other pass though to Garnacho, where he just like threw balled it to a little Travella pass. He did. But yeah, that was smart from Buonanotte as well.
I remember it.
No, but yeah. I don't know if you see the highlight of that, but like he literally, I told him to pass it earlier. I said, pass the Joe Pedro over it was, and he kept holding it, and then he saw Garnacho make a run, and he made the right choice.
The unfortunate part about Garnacho is that he has games like today, brilliant, and that's the thing. Like one thing I gotta like clear the air on with Garnacho, because I feel like some people thought I was a clown for saying last game Garnacho. This is the one thing I had a problem with Garnacho, which was the finishing. I'm aware that Garnacho's issues as a footballer, and especially at United, were the finishing issues. Yes, he wasn't finishing well. But one thing and one reason I know why these directors wanted him in, because he's volume. He provides a lot of chances. He creates a lot of chances. We've not been doing it too much in some of these games, but he does get into good positions. He needs to finish. Because let's be honest, we had plenty of
someone like that.
He had a. I'm hoping he's more clinical than Nani, but like he had a chance to have a hat trick against Nani Madueke.
Oh, if it's a Nani like Man United,
no,
like
not Portuguese Nani. I would never disrespect Nani like that.
I thought we were just saying, okay, why are we comparing Nani to fucking Garnacho here? Like he was clear of Garnacho.
Yeah, but like he provides chances and he's a volume shooter, so he's always gonna try to take the shot, which we complain so much that Gittins doesn't do. Thank you, Naval Nation. You don't have to keep donating to have a conversation with me, but I appreciate it. It does show support. Conte and Tuchel was mixed football. It wasn't one way like we do now. That's the problem. It's one way football. He plays the crap players over the ones who do well. What are the chances Garnacho don't start? Would it surprise me? No. I mean, Garnacho probably will start, but we've been criticizing Garnacho for the performances he's had lately as well. So Garnacho needed to have a performance. If anything, today's performance showed the level that Garnacho's at versus the level Gittins at. That's what it showed to me. I know me and Ahmed disagree on that, but like that's what it showed to me. So if this is Garnacho's level, I get worried about when we have to perform in the Premier League if he can't keep up to the pace of it.
Especially showed Estevar's like mine.
But thank you, Naval Nation, for the £20 super chat.
It should be Garnacho and Neto after today, because Garnacho really saved like Maresca. Like you should definitely have that. I don't think Garnacho's a good like player when he starts.
Estevar was injured today, Naval Nation.
I honestly believe what's his name? Garnacho's a better sub and a better starter. Like every time he starts, he doesn't really do a lot. When he comes on, he's at like substitution who can change the game. And he's done it a few times for Chelsea this season. Not even just like this game. Even in games when he's not scored, he does change the way we play when he comes on. But he definitely should start, because I'd rather not see Gittins on the left side, or we don't have Estevar probably to play.
But this is where I give Ahmed credit, right? Like when it comes to Gittins, bro, give him more substitution minutes. If you need to develop Gittins to get the best out of him, give him more substitution minutes. Keep managing him like you were managing him.
He does get minutes, Gittins. He's got like 1,000 minutes this season almost.
But I can see now he's not ready to start. This is my point.
No.
Yeah.
Realistically, in general, it should be Esteval on the right, Neto on the left, and Palm in the middle, and Joe Pedro.
Naval Nation, I got you right now.
That's how I view like our best attack, but
I have it somewhere.
And sometimes you change up, you know, you bring on Delap as a striker sometimes, or Garnacho starts a few games, but like your main starters. But I guess he's like
definitely spelling his name wrong, didn't I?
Protecting Esteval. He's protecting him.
Yeah. Naval Nation, there it is. Ben Jacobs, Enzo Maresca says Esteval William missed Cardiff due to a small muscle problem and is also not available for Newcastle at the weekend. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. With Gittins, I just don't think he's ready to start games, which is unfortunate because you paid 60 million, 51, whatever price you paid for him. I'm not trying to beat him over the stick for the price tag. He doesn't choose his price tag. I get that. But if you have to develop him this much, he probably wasn't worth the amount you paid for him.
I say realistically, football is never like the prices you pay. Like it's always over the top. It's just always has been. Like Enzo, we all keep saying that. Or a lot of us people say, "Oh, he's not worth 100 million." I agree. Like not many people should be worth 100. Not even Declan Rice, or not even Caicedo. I feel like these players are just going way over prices, but that's just the way it is. And I'd rather waste the money not on the Gittins or Garnacho. We could have gone and got Xavi Simons or Kudus or something like that. I'd rather see, but yeah, it's the player we chose.
He rewards performances like Tosin, like get rotate. Like I don't think today was a reward. I think today was a chance that Enzo Maresca saw to just rest key players. Like I am so happy. I'm so happy, people, that Enzo Fernandez did not play today. I'm so happy he even touched the pitch. I don't even think he warmed up. I'm so happy. Give the player rest because he is so knackered. He is so run down to the ground currently. Unfortunately, he's not Moises Caicedo. Moises Caicedo has an engine. But even Moises Caicedo
lately, so
yeah.
At least.
But even Moises can't like go, consecutive 3 games after 3 games in a week back to back and put up consistent performances. 10, Players do fatigue. So.
That's the problem, like with like no Lavia, no Sugo as well. Like they're coming for Caicedo. Why you can't give him a break either.
Fucking Lavia. Let's look at the other goal, the Neto goal. That was another good goal. So yeah, it starts off with
the whole play.
I think Hato. No, that's Caicedo.
Yeah.
Caicedo, the hold up play, which is brilliant from João Pedro.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Guiu because I feel like Guiu wasn't given the chances that João Pedro was given in this game. I think if you put Guiu in the same position, he relatively gives you the same reaction. But whatever. He holds it off.
I don't know if the link up and passing still. I don't think he has the quality like even João Pedro, even how bad form he is. But
yeah,
he does.
I was surprised here that Santos didn't lay it off to Gusto.
No, that was smart.
The disrespect to Gusto's
goal. And with that, I bid you good night, lads.
All right, later, Ahmed. We're gonna wrap up anyway soon. Yeah, and then a great shot from Neto. Listen, guys, let's stop disrespecting Neto. We got to stop disrespecting Neto because even though he might not look great on the eye, he's getting you goals and assists. He is.
I've never I've always liked Neto. I like the way he tracks back. He works hard on the field and he gets you the goals. Yeah, he's not the most pleasing on the ball, like technically wise and all that.
I agree, Naval Nation. This is the argument I made before. But go ahead.
Yeah, he does everything else, and to me, he's our best winger, I guess, in general.
In terms of goals and assists, he's there.
The floor, the bar, is out right now, with quality of wingers we have, but he's our best one. Like him and Esteval. Esteval, ability and all that clears Neto, I agree. But everything else, hard work, tracking back, and even getting the goals and all that, Neto still does it because he has the experience and he's still improving. How old is he? 26? He's not even that old. He may feel old to us because we only hire 18-year-olds and 20-years.
27 maybe.
But how was he?
I think he's 26 or 27.
That's peak prime age, and he's getting to that, and he's improving. So, and people say oh, he's gone next season. I hope to God he isn't, because there should be other wingers. I think for me, I 1 or 2. I know they just joined, but Gittins or Garnacho should be gone. Whoever has to what sits the system better, the team better. Not Neto.
So right now, Pedro Neto is our lead goal scorer with 6 goals in all competitions.
He got hate last season. I thought it was a bit injustice too.
I think he did start off pretty slow last season. I'll be fair.
But he's not a guy who gets you goals, and that's the problem. We expect him to get goals, and he's doing that now, and he still get hate. He still gets hate. So I think it's on the eye. People don't like him on the ball, dribbling or whatever, like trying to take on a player. He doesn't do it as well. But everything else, he does fine.
Yeah. I'm looking here in the Premier League who is a top goal scorer. Also Pedro Neto. I think I might have to put Pedro Neto in my fantasy league.
I mean, I said that like a couple of days ago, a few days ago. I need to put my fantasy. He's getting all the fucking GA at Chelsea.
I know,
as well.
He's getting all the GA, man.
Until I had fucking João Pedro there for a hot minute.
But here's the thing. So, Naval Nation, this is what I mean about the quality. I don't expect everyone to be world class, but I expect you to hold your own as a footballer, and you can't. That's worrying. And again, this is against Cardiff City, right, Naval Nation? That goes against what you said here. Maresca holding the team back with Granddad football. I can't I'm sick of the quality.
Maybe he doesn't like both. That's the problem.
That's what I mean. Maybe you just don't like both, which is fair. I mean, that's also fair.
But
that's why I was like, it's the football I think a lot of it's the quality of the players. I think the football when it's doing well, like against PSG, when it's tactically flexible and it can perform well, like against the Arsenals of the world and all this and that, Barcelona, I think we play great football. But when it's low block teams like this, very much like Arsenal, very much like City at times, we struggle. We struggle, and we struggle today. Sure, there's no middle ground. That's fine. But at least now I know, and at least you understand that it's like, from my side of things, I think it's the player quality, especially today, was a very eye-opening game for me, maybe even for Chris. But from the manager point of view, listen, we've been here. We've criticized Maresca's decisions too. There was no reason to start Tosin. What game was that, Chris? It was Leeds game, right?
Yeah,
no reason to start Tosin. You had no reason to start Tosin. You had no reason to play Chalobah for a third game in a row, 90 minutes. You know, no reason to continue to run Enzo Fernandez to the ground. Like, we lambasted him for it. But now, when I'm seeing the quality, you understand maybe why they ran him to the ground.
I just don't think anything changes if you sack Enzo Maresca today or next month. What changes in this team? What changes in the team next season if they still continue to do like waste signings on like
Andrew Santos got an assist from that.
Yeah, that was so good from João Pedro, by the way, as well. Just what I mean. Mark, you does not do that, Marshall, and you can definitely say he does not do that type of.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. Pass. He doesn't. Oh, and I gotta give kudos to Jurgensen for one thing though. That near post shot.
Yes, I mentioned in the very start.
I think that was a good save because when I saw the gap. Well, actually, Chris, you played goalkeeper. Did he leave too much of a gap? Did he leave too much of a gap?
I don't think he did. It's just he positioned himself like quite normal. At first, when I looked at it, it looked like it's a slow shot to the near post, and I saw the replay. So, oh no, it deflected. So he's thinking it's going one direction. So he had to like dive late, and no, he did fine there in my opinion. At first, I thought he struggled, but no, it's the deflection. But he almost knocked out Badi Chile today, by the looks of it as well.
Because he can't claim a ball. He's not good aerially like Sanchez is.
I can't, like, it's just nothing with me as well, man. With my height, I couldn't claim a ball that well either, especially for corners or stuff like that. It's horrible.
So he has to rely on punching it out and doing all that.
That's why I went outfield afterwards. Now I've got an ACL. I would never got an ACL.
Fucked it up, Chris. Fucked it up, Chris. You shouldn't have gone. You shouldn't have left your post.
No.
Should have stayed in between the sticks.
The only thing I displayed like arm.
In between the sticks, Chris. Shoulder. That's a good nickname.
I sprained my ankle in goal. That's
in between the sticks, Chris. Though you don't think that's a good name, Chris?
What?
I think that's a good nickname. In between the sticks, Chris.
No.
All right. Let's I'm setting up a redirect right now, but I want to go over the last goal and then we'll call it a night.
Didn't we just do that?
Oh yeah, we did. You see, I need to call it a night because I ain't gonna lie, this game got my head hot because I was so angry when I came back and I was like, how the fuck are we not beating this team?
Oh, you was
I was in a mood. I was pissed when I came onto the street.
I didn't really care because I almost fell asleep in the first half, and I just, you know what?
I was pissed. I was like, how the fuck are we not cooking this team? How are we struggling? Yeah, well, it's yeah. Why did he play Trev right back again?
You didn't know it was Action Pong, right? When Trev came on,
I think at the end. I'll be so honest, Kinsey. Today's performance, I don't know if people watched it. Maybe some of you didn't watch it, but
you might have fallen asleep like me.
Action Pong defensively was getting. I don't want to say he was getting cooked, but he was struggling. He was struggling to keep up. The first half. So when I see that defensively, kind of makes sense why he hasn't been playing. No, Santos didn't get 2 assists. Buenanote got 1 assist, and maybe Santos did get a.
Santos got 1 to Neto, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's how he got his assist. Yeah, you're right. He got the 1 assist, and João Pedro got the second assist or the other assist for Garnacho's second goal.
We played this. Our attack was good in the second half because you sub on João Pedro, you sub on even Garnacho, and it just changed something.
I'm just happy.
George Gittins, Margie was not going to give you much. Even
but again, it's sad that at the end, the lineup that was on the pitch that we needed to put on there to help us win was Malo Gusto, Caicedo, João Pedro, Alejandro Garnacho. We had to bring these players in, and Chalaba, to be fair. We had to bring these players in to finish the job because that B team couldn't do it. And again, Chris, this is the part that pisses me off. We had 1 shot in that first half, and it was Guillau's little shot that went straight to the keeper.
Like 17 then?
Yeah, we had a lot more in the second half. Yeah. Let me do simple math, Chris.
I think João Pedro changed a lot in that second half too. It was link up and everything.
Let me look at the second half. Where is the shots?
And that's another thing, man. I feel like there's a nasty switch up coming up to João Pedro's side right now.
What's coming up?
A nasty switch up, like with the fan base, like this, that, the other. Oh, he doesn't shoot enough. Oh, he doesn't score. He's still one of our top scorers. Has he scored more in Gyökeres this season? You know, people rate highly. He's got more assists than Gyökeres. He's got more PA in Gyökeres.
I think they both have the same amount.
And not Ekitike, I don't think, but he's like more than Sesko and other strikers. I don't think he's been amazing, but we're also kind of messing around by playing as a 10. I don't think he's a 10. I think he's not that great as a 10 if you want goals out of him. When he's up strike with Cole Palmer, Esteval, Neto, or Garnacho, he might get you more goals. I reckon he gets you about 12 to 14 goals this season. I think João Pedro will get you.
João Pedro has 4 goals. And Enzo Fernandez has 4 goals, which is the same amount of goals as Gyökeres.
Yes.
And Bukayo Saka.
And Gyökeres just playing a Wolves and couldn't score 1.
Mm-hmm. Pedro Neto has more goals than Arsenal's striker.
Yeah.
And shiny new toy in Eze, by the way.
And Eze, yeah. I mean, Eze is a good player as well. I do rate him.
Eze's good. Yeah, Eze's good. I don't know if Caicedo... I think Caicedo did with the best he could. I mean, to be fair, Caicedo should have had an assist, but Guiu took too long to finish it. Caicedo made that chance for Guiu. Caicedo gave us the chance that gave us our only shot on target in the first half.
I would say I give him like a 6 today.
Yeah, I thought he was average.
6.5.
I don't think he was bad. I think he was doing a good job overall.
I just think he's average, yeah. He was quite an average Caicedo performance, very average, because he is normally a lot better than this, and we're used to seeing that. But then again, can he really do a lot? Does it look good for him when you got George, Gittins, Buenanote,
look at who you're surrounding him with,
nothing up top? And then you got what's his name, Tosin at the back, Who else? Action Pong didn't look good. Hato didn't look good.
I hope until the FA Cup and Paphos even then I'm nervous about Paphos. I hope
really
that's the last time I see Tosin play until we get to the FA Cup.
I hope we win the next Champions League game, because if we don't win that, then we're not getting top 8.
Our next Champions League game is against Paphos.
It's actually.
Yep.
Oh, we should win that.
We should, but not if Tosin's playing.
I hope Ducati isn't playing that game.
Exactly. And
I'd rather give me
Maresca might actually try it.
He knows
he might try it.
These results, though, because getting top 8 is still like crucial. Like, they play less games for Champions League. You need to play less games, but.
Well, hopefully by then too we have Isugo back, and getting some minutes to take the burden off the midfield.
Who knows, Marshall,
I don't know what the hell's going on with Lavia.
Where is the team we're playing against? Like, where are they in the table?
First of all, respect your club legend, David Luiz.
Yeah, Luiz, yeah.
Okay. Let me look at the Champions League table. Give me 2 seconds.
Like,
at least on the bright side, ladies and gents, we have Newcastle on Saturday and we have a week off.
Yes.
So the players can finally freaking
and
rest.
so you get more rest.
Thank God. Paphos, Chris, are currently 26th in the table.
Exactly. If you're feeling like nervy against this team, imagine we do drop points and draw or lose to them.
We drop points to Karabakh, who are 22nd.
Yeah, exactly. What's when we go knockout stage and lose the knockout stage game? Then what? You know, we're out. That's why I don't want it, man. That's gonna be a bad day if we go knockout and then get knocked out before getting to the knockouts.
Benfica are in 25th. From 24th up, you're qualified into the next round pretty much. But I think from 8th place down, you have to play a playoff.
I think we win every game from here to Atalanta, then we get top 8, because the other teams will drop points through each other.
I hope so, and that's the other thing too. This is the bright side of this as well. 2 games in a row in December, we won. That's good. That's good. Listen, you won't. If you can, people aren't talking about this, and Chris, I think you'll agree with me. I don't think December last year was necessarily the problem. I think December last year was when it started, but January is when we really fell off.
Yeah.
So if we can have the same December as last season, which we're kind of on course for, with a draw, a loss, and now we have 2 wins. If we can win the rest of the games this month, we'll be on par with what we did results-wise last December. January. Keep it stable in January. Keep it overall a positive month. And I think we can actually have a discussion to see where we're at in terms of in a title race, all this and that, all this bullshit. Listen, I don't think we're going to be in a title race this season, but with the inconsistencies that's happening, the same complaints, by the way, that people are having about Enzo Maresca, rotation and all this stuff, and not playing the youngsters, Arteta's doing the same fucking thing, but they're in first, and no one's complaining about it. When was the last time you saw Ethan Nwaneri play?
I think this will be the last straw for Arteta if he doesn't win the league this season.
When was the last time you saw Milo Lewis-Skelly play outside of last week? Like,
oh no, he don't really.
He's also not rotating,
and he's rated by the Arsenal fan base.
Rice also looks knackered. Zubimendi's looking shattered. Like, he's running his players to the ground too, and he's not doing the rotation thing, and it's starting to cost him because the dip in form is.
I mean, they're getting a few injuries now, as well.
They're slowly dipping in form. They just lost Ben White. They got Saliba back, but they just lost Ben White. So listen, Arsenal. Watch your back, because I think you're going to bottle it again. All right. That being said, I pretty much wrapped up. I think we've talked about everything we need to talk about.
I'm surprised with 2 hours, 14 minutes to Cardiff.
It is what it is, man.
A standard win.
It is what it is. Yeah. But, ladies and gents.
The debate took about actually an hour and that.
Yeah, it did. It did. Ahmed and all that. But hey, it is what it is. Listen, I'm not making excuses for this performance. We should have done better. And these players showed their level. And I've now, from this point forward, kind of have a little bit of trust issues, just like Maresca, when it comes to some of these players. But we'll see. But go ahead, people, smash up the like button if you haven't done so already. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new here. We are trying to hit our 5,000 subscriber goal at some point next year. If we can hit it even sooner, I would really appreciate it, guys. So be sure to do so, because there's a big surprise for you guys at 5K. And if you made it to the end of the stream, which big up to you if you have, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Announcement, and I'm going to make this announcement later on, but I will be going to the UK. Yes, I will be going to the UK. I will be going to see a Chelsea match. I will be proper Chelsea for once in my life. I will be baptized in the flame of blue fire and lions and stuff. But yeah, I will be there like the proper Chelsea mandem and saying very disgusting things to my players. I will be there to boo Robert Sanchez in person. I will be there to cheer for Conor Gallagher in the crowd. Yeah, I'll do all that stuff that people love. So yeah, I'll be there for the protest too when it happens around that time. I'm kidding. But yeah, big up to you guys. I will be making a trip out to the UK. But I will say though, that weekend, I think for 2 back-to-back weekends, I don't think I'll be able to do a match reaction on here. I might have to figure something out where I might do something mobile. But we will see what happens. Time will tell with that one. But yeah, guys, big announcement on that one. There will be vlogs. I know that for sure. And I will be proper Chelsea for about a week and some change. So just expect that. It's going to be from January 19th to the 25th. However, the weekend before, I will be going on a trip to Mexico that I won. So I definitely won't do a match reaction to that. But I definitely will be trying to do some match reactions, maybe from the actual bridge. And I'll definitely do vlogs as well. But yeah, it'll be fun. But yeah, big up, guys. Be on the lookout for that. Good things to come here on the channel. If you want to keep growing with the community, by all means, keep showing support by smashing that like, by also subscribing to the channel if you're new here. I'm looking at the subscriber count. It has not changed, so some of you guys are just watching and just, enjoying what you're watching, but not showing the support or the gratitude for said enjoyment. But it's okay. Maybe not today, maybe another time. Hype up the video. Hit the bell notification to notify whenever we do go live. We'll be raiding out to Sheik TV. He's on right now, so I want to go ahead and raid out. I think he's still on. Hopefully he's still on. But yeah, Sheik TV is on. Go ahead, show him some love and support by copying and pasting the raid message, letting him know where you're coming from. And if you're a member, proper casual and higher tiered members get shout outs at the end of every show. And that's going to go out to Anrav, John B, Gabriel Mejia, Ish, Hater Wakas, JC, Dark, WBG. Oh, wait, no. I put the wrong thing on. My bad, guys. Give me 2 seconds. I read the right name so far until I got to that last one. Lanray Sadiq, A. Suleiman, EE, and Adrian. Big up for all of you guys for helping out at the proper casual tier. Some of you are even at the match going casual tier, which is phenomenal. I love to see the support you guys are showing. It's always good. So yeah, big up to every single one of you. Stick around. I think tomorrow I might have a stream. I'm not entirely sure. I think tomorrow I'm also supposed to be streaming with Chelsea Fan TV, actually. So I got to hit him up about that. I'm going to do that right now. But yeah, big up to you guys. Be on the lookout for the content. Be on the lookout for American Waffle, all that fun stuff. And we'll catch you again soon. All right? Have a wonderful night. Until then, stay casual. Peace out, guys.